Welcome everybody to day 3 of round 1 of 1v1 Magic. This is going to be an incredible day. I'm so excited. We have some intense matchups coming up. I'm really excited to first off welcome my co-host for the evening, or for the afternoon for you guys on the Pacific coast. How you doing, Mike?
Hello, how's it going again?
This is Mike Martinez.
Day 3, let's do this.
Let's do this. You can check him out, Mike Martinez Magic on Instagram, Mike Martinez Music as well on Instagram. And you can also check him out as Phantom_MTZ, but it's Faventum, PHVNTOM.
Phantom with a V instead of A.
Phantom_MTZ on Twitch. And now let's bring in our guest judge for today. We're really excited to have Chloe Crawford. How are you doing, Chloe?
Good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see some cool magic. I haven't watched any magic like on Zoom or on Discord or anything for a while, so it'd be fun to see what people are bringing to the table from all around the world, really.
Absolutely, yeah. It's gonna be this is gonna be really exciting. I think out of all of the round 1 days, this is the one that I'm most excited for because the matchups are gonna be really intense. So we'll do just a quick recap on yesterday's scores. So I'll pull that up. We have our winners from yesterday. So beating out Leah by 1/10 of a point, we have Joseph Westbury that's going on to round 2. We have Frankie Foti going on to round 2. We have Casey Featherly going on to round 2. But Jeff Black has tied with Gian Peachin for the highest score of those eliminated so far. If anybody gets eliminated and gets a higher score than this, then they have the chance to be the one save for this round. But right now, Jeff Black and Gian are tied, so they might have to do a sudden death. Now we also have Stefan, Slightly Stefan, that's going to be competing today. And we have Jacques Tar, that competed yesterday. We have Jacques Tar that won his 1v1. Stefan won by 1 point. It was actually a tie. We had to give Shahir a penalty for going overtime, so unfortunately he ended up dropping from the competition. And we have Eddie the Sense Asian, that moved on to the next round. So now let's get into day 3. We'll bring up our first competitors, which our first round 1 competitors are Elisha Ott and we have Len W. Let's bring them right in. We have Elisha and Len. Alrighty.
Hello.
How are you guys doing? Let's bring Elisha back. Great. He just dropped down. Elisha! How are you doing, Elisha? Your camera's been working all day. He's been in the gym for hours, and now apparently his camera's messing up. But Len is up first anyways. Oh, his camera's working. Nice to see you, Elisha. Len, your camera working? He's in character already, apparently. Okay. All right, Len, well, you are up first. So, Len, give me a thumbs up if you are ready to go.
I'm ready.
All right, and your time starts now.
All right. Hi. First up, let me introduce myself. I'm Len Westenberg. I'm a 13-year-old magician, and I'm going to perform a card trick I made myself. So, Blaze, I'm going to riffle through this deck, and I want you to say stop at a random spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Stop.
Just right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let me take the cards. And gosh, it went wrong.
It went wrong. Would you like to restart your time?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, alrighty. We'll restart your time. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, and go.
So yeah, I have this deck. And I'm going to riffle through the cards. And Blaze, I want you to say stop at a random spot.
Okay. All right. Stop.
Right here?
Yes.
All right, now I'm going to take the cards. All right, I'm going to show you.
This guy's got a full costume. Oh, yeah?
And I just want you to remember this card.
Yes.
All right, you have it? Then I'm going to, right here, the deck. I'm going to put this pile back, and I'm going to shuffle. also give it a riffle shuffle. Now, the card should be somewhere completely lost in the middle of the deck. Now, Chloe, now I need your help.
Okay.
I want you to look me in the eyes and just think about the card you just saw. Yeah? All right,
Yep.
I'm going to read your mind. All right. Now, I'm going through the deck. All right. I think I found it. Let's put the rest of the deck away. And now, was this your card? Oh wait. I'm sorry, I totally forgot I can't even read minds. But that doesn't matter. I have an emergency card. This is only for real emergencies. So yeah, in this case, I'm going to use it. So we have the emergency card and 5 of clubs. Now, I want all of you just to focus on the 5 of clubs and just pretend you're printing the card Blaze picked onto the emergency card.
All right.
Yeah, just imagine. All right. Now, there's a little bit ink on it, so I'm going to dry it off. Just like that. Now. All right, let's try. Now, I'm going to take 5 clubs away and reveal the card. Was this your card?
Yes, that was
2
my
of
card.
cards.
Nice.
Oh wait. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm really bad at remembering stuff. I just remembered that I made a prediction this morning. But look at this. I have this T-shirt, which has a card on it.
The 2 hearts.
Yeah, this was my performance. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm going to go.
Thank you.
All right.
What's up, Becca? Okay. Thank you, man. All right, we're gonna move you down into the 1v1 room. We're gonna have a little deliberation. We'll see you real soon. Hang tight.
Depending how we started, huh?
Okay. So interesting. All right. Well,
All right,
personality,
first one of the day.
I think personality was definitely up there with the wackiness. I think that there were, I mean, entertainment level things. It was definitely confusing, and also like there were things like the fact that at the beginning with the card selection, having the cards come out of frame for it was like say stop and then just a lot of this and me not seeing
Yeah, I
anything
noticed
that
that as
happened.
well.
So that kind of I think would take away when it comes to the entertainment level, but he definitely did bring a lot of personality. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I think he showed a lot of personality. Also, I do want to give him some points for creativity, originality. You know, taking that extra step to bring in a whole air dryer, or blow dryer, and like hair dryer or whatever, and just you know, like freaking wearing the shirt and stuff like that with the 2 of hearts. All those things, you know, are that kind of shows off his originality a little bit. But yeah, like I said, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. And then, you know, just if he polished up some of the things, kept it in frame, I think would have helped a lot too. But yeah, so yeah, what do you think, Chloe?
I thought it was fun. Like when he brought the hairdryer out, I was like, "This is amazing! This is hilarious!" Because it's just like unexpected. No, who does that?
It was like imagine printing your card, and then I was expecting him to do like a visual change or whatever, and then he's like, "Oh no, but now there's ink. I gotta try it."
No, but I was like, you know what? That's different. I don't think I've ever seen anyone pull out a hairdryer before.
Yeah.
And what did he say? He was only 13.
Yeah,
I think
so.
so.
He seemed really young.
Like, I mean, that's ballsy. Like, I can't imagine doing something like that when I was 13. I know you guys probably started Magic a lot younger, but it just, you know, it's a lot to do something like that. But no, I think it was fun, and like I know he had a little stumble at the beginning, but he refocused and started over, and it was fine. Like it happens, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I like that. I think it was a cute opening. But yeah, I think just with the camera angles, having a little work on that. But that's just practice, and
Mhm.
you know, he wasn't doing anything too jammy down there anyway. We know that. But yeah, I think he was fun. He was sweet. You liked him. Like it wasn't like you're like, oh, here we go. And like I liked that it was different. It wasn't just a pick a card. Here it is. At least he had his own little spin on it, which I liked.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, he was very engaging and has a likable personality for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull up the spreadsheet for everybody on the stream. So for anybody that's watching, if you didn't watch the other days, we have our 3 category. We have creativity / originality. That's kind of one criteria. And then we have entertainment level and personality. We give a score for each of those 3 categories. So I guess I could go first in this one. For personality, I would give that really high when it comes to personality, especially for his age. The fact that he, I mean, really went for it and was like, I'm going to just like be myself, be crazy. I'm going to wear my hoodie backwards. I'm going to start and end the performance with my hoodie on backwards. I somehow have a matching blindfold that matches my hoodie and stuff. I've got my blow dryer. So I'm going to give him an 8 for personality. Maybe even a 9. But entertainment level, I think because of some of the confusingness, I still think that it was good, and I liked the silliness and how wacky it was. I'm going to go with a 7 for entertainment level, taking away for... actually, I'm going to go with a 6 for entertainment level, but I'm going to go for the creativity, originality. I'll go for an 8. So...
Okay. Yeah, that's still a good score. I agree with a lot of what you said. I think the personality is the thing that kind of outshines the other categories. So I'll start with personality and put that at an 8 as well. For entertainment, it was very engaging. I was entertained the entire time, I must say. You never know, after he pulled out the hairdryer, I had no idea where the rest of the act was going to go at that point. It was like, what else is he going to pull out of his, So I'm going to put a 7 for entertainment and a 7 for creativity, originality.
Nice. What are you thinking, Chloe?
Yeah, I think, which for me, what's more important, obviously, is definitely personality and liking the person and doing something that's different, like not just another card trick. So I thought he was hilarious when he brought that the hairdryer and the thing, and I would love in the future to see him do way more, like go even further with that. I think it's great, because that's what makes you stand out from other people, which I think is cool. So yeah, personality, I went for an 8 because he's, and I don't think he had a really strong accent, so I presume he speaks another language too. So I think that is hard. That's not anything I've ever had to deal with, but it is hard having to speak not your born language. So yeah, it is hard to do that and to do magic and all the other things. So I did an 8 for personality. For entertainment, I mean, yes, I was entertained, but I wanted a bit more from it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just needed, like, I loved it. I loved the hairdryer and the hoodie and stuff, but I would have liked, I don't know, just another, like, I know he did the extra kicker with the shirt.
Yeah. For me, I felt like the most entertaining parts were the things that weren't the magic. And I just wish that the tricks were a little bit stronger, which is weird to say. But
yeah, so I went for a 6 for entertainment, but for then creativity and originality, I went for a 7. Like, I just want a little bit more, but he was fun and
nice. So he gets an average score 21.6. Not a bad score. Alrighty. So I'll drag him back in and let him know the deal. Hey Len, how's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm great.
Great performance, good. Man. We loved your personality. We all gave you really high scores when it came to personality, and yeah, really fun routine. So we gave you a score. Your average is 21.6, really decent score. And so we're gonna bring Elisha back in, or we'll actually go down to him and see how he's doing, if his camera's working, and see how his act is. So great job, Len.
Yeah. All right.
Let's jump out. All right, and just a heads up that we do need to turn our cameras back on every time we change rooms. So if you notice your camera's off, let's do that. But how are you doing, Elisha? Your camera all fixed?
Yeah, everything seems to be working pretty well, I think.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we're excited to see it. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick.
Okay, hi, my name's Elisha, and I do magic, I guess.
All right. Well, cool. Give us a
Alright.
thumbs up whenever you're ready, and then yeah, take it away.
Your time starts now.
Okay, well, whenever I come on these things, right, people are always, because like I'll have coins out, I'll have cards out, and people are always asking me which I prefer, which I like practice most, and I really like to mix both. But one time I told a guy this, and he was like, "Well, are you good at either of them?" And as much as it meant as a joke, it really hit me, and I'm feeling a little bit insecure about it. So I decided that the only way to really figure it out was to go to a place where they were actually judging people on how well they did. So my goal is to make whatever effect we're doing entertaining. And I decided, since I like a mix of both, I decided to actually mix the effects. And my first idea was to do like a coin trick with cards, but everything that I thought of just ended up being some variation of the card vanishes and then reappears. And it was kind of boring, I guess. So I decided that the only solution to doing this was doing a card trick with coins, which is a little bit simpler, right? Because I mean, you can just kind of draw card values on the coins, and it makes a lot more sense. So I decided to do that, but there was one thing that was missing. And what's like one thing that every card trick has? Like literally, it's involved in almost every card trick that you see.
Someone picks a card.
Mhm.
Not quite. Every card trick has an ambiguous. Every card, at least most of the card tricks I've seen, have had an ambiguous, unmotivated prediction. So I think we need to make one of those now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Here, Blaze, if you would give me a number, whole number, real number, not a fraction, between the values of 1 and 10.
I'll go with 8.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, since this prediction is extremely important, and we're just going to set it over there, we're going to make sure that that doesn't get tampered with. Now it's time for the actual card trick aspect of this. So I'm going to give these coins a difficult tabled pharaoh shuffle. Now this is a move that many card magicians struggle for years to master, but can be learned in 5 minutes using coins. So we'll just do that. We'll shuffle these. Now, if you would, Chloe, name another real whole number between 1 and 10.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop one. But we'll just go with that. So you could choose right now, and this choice could change the rest of your life. You could choose to select this one or this one. It's a very important choice. It's not one to be taken lightly. And I don't know. So which one? This one or this one?
The one that's closest to the cards.
One's closest to the cards.
The one in the
This
middle.
one.
Yeah, that one.
Now, this is an extremely important choice. This choice is not to be taken lightly. So we're going to set that there. We're going to put these away. Now, Blaze,
Mm-hmm.
you made this prediction, this ambiguous, completely unmotivated prediction.
Correct.
And the whole point of a prediction is to show the future. That's the problem, though. What we got is something that we're looking at in the future. We never really get to see if it's right. But Chloe, you named a number. You chose 4. And then you chose between one or the other. This could have gone a completely different way. But 3 of clubs and 3 of clubs. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Thanks.
man.
Nice, man.
So,
Cool.
yeah. See you.
Thank you for the performance, man.
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's
jump into
cool.
our deliberation room, and we'll see you real soon. All right, and just a reminder about the cameras. All righty.
Hello, hello. All right. Well,
Yes.
that was a fun one. That's cool.
Yeah, I like the mixing of the two things. The only thing, well, not the only thing, but the main thing for me, it felt like he was trying to create a trick for magicians, not for lay people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if that makes sense. But
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
in the way that it was like, well, I'm not going to do cards or coins. I'm going to mix the two. But I don't know. It worked. Everything was clean. I would have liked like an extra kicker at the end, and I would have liked like getting to the point a little quicker. Or like maybe a different story to take it along, so it wasn't so like much about the magic. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting
a
because the
reason
whole
why,
patter
you know?
was like very magician-y of like this is how magic tricks work, and it was a very like in magic kind of pattern for it. That I don't know exactly how it would translate if it wasn't for a panel of magicians.
Yeah, I think if the narrative was just a little different, like if he went with a different story, it would have enhanced the effect better. Also, I wish he would have also at the end flipped over the rest of the poker chips,
Yeah.
so that we could see that all of them were in fact different.
Because I don't remember.
cards that
Did
were
he
Yeah.
show the other cards at the beginning either? Because I don't remember. He might have shown all of the
think he did.
cards, but
I know he
yeah.
showed the poker chips earlier, but I don't know
I
about
remember
the cards.
seeing the poker chips, but I don't remember seeing the cards, and I don't remember him saying how many were in each pile to start with either. Because it's obviously it was hard to see. It's harder to see on camera than it is. It's live.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if it had like, even if he turned all the cards over at the end and all the cards were blank, or there was something, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
and
I would have liked
yeah.
a little extra surprise.
And knowing Elisha and considering the like type of routine that he did, I'm sure that the method that he's using is not something that would be that straightforward. But I feel like you kind of should rule out straightforward methods like, hey, can we check out the other poker chips? You know, just because you're going to have the average spectator think that like what was on all the other ones.
Yeah.
You know, there's 3 of clubs on that one. What about the others? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of a natural question. I think if I were to compare the entertainment level of this one to the entertainment level of the previous performer, I feel like there was definitely less personality shown than Len. I think that maybe the effect itself was more strong potentially, but at the same time, I think that the whole performance makes a big difference, and it was more of a very like kind of analytical pattern rather than just like a fun, wacky, like random one. And I would say that I think that Len kept my attention constantly, where I'm just like, what's happening next? What's gonna happen next? He's got the thing on his face now. He's got the hairdryer. Whereas this one, it was more very procedural to a singular magic moment, and maybe that singular magic moment was stronger than the individual moments that that Len had. But performance-wise, I think I probably enjoyed the performance that Len did more.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go first then, I guess, with scores for him.
Let's check out the spreadsheet.
So for creativity, originality, I think I'm going to put that at a 7. I think for entertainment was probably the thing that stuck out most for that routine for him. So I'll put that one at an 8. And then for personality, I'm gonna put that one at a 7.
Alrighty.
So yeah,
Chloe,
7.
You want to go?
8,
Or you want me to go?
You go first.
Okay. I'll go for creativity, originality. I think that it was an original mix. I think I'll go with a 7 for creativity, originality. I'll go with a 7 for entertainment level. I'll go with a 6 for personality.
All right. 776.
Okay, so it's hard because should we be directly comparing or kind of treating it as a separate?
We should treat it as its own thing. I think that it was just like I was kind of bringing that up as like an example. Yeah.
No. I just wondered. Yeah. No. So yeah, I think for me, personality, I did go a little low just because I don't know, I felt like I didn't, apart from like the magic part of it, I never really, I don't know anything about him, though I wasn't shared anything. Like, do you know what I mean? I didn't get a vibe of anything from him. Like, even if he came out and was like, I love this, but you know, people usually prefer this. Like, I love coin magic, but you know, people usually want to see card tricks. Did it, or just some kind of something that got like, so I got to know him a little. I don't know. I would have liked something. So personality, I went for a 6. For entertainment, I mean, I like the idea. I just, for me, like having the coins, I've kind of felt like you might as well have 2 deck of cards if you're just going to put that on it. Like, it's just a different shape at this point. That was my only thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's a
entertainment, I
coin
went
with a card written on it, so it basically is a card.
just, I don't know. I don't know what else it could be, but just something. I don't know, something else. I'm not sure. But yeah, entertainment, I went for a 7. And then for creativity and originality, I don't know, I can't say that today. I went for a 7 as well because I haven't seen something like that with the 2 things, like with coins and cards in that way. Yeah, I just would have liked a little extra.
Nice. All right.
All right,
Elisha got a score of 20.6, and Len got a score of 21.6. So that means that Len has won this 1v1. Let's jump back into that room and talk to him.
Oh, they're back.
All righty.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Great job to both of you. Really fun
Good job.
performances. Whoop. Really fun performances. We both thought that you had different strengths in different categories. We thought, Len, you killed it when it came to personality. We thought that your routine was really creative, Elisha, and definitely different. We just, we thought maybe we would have enjoyed if you showed a little bit more of who you are, a little bit more of your personality. So it's a really great routine, both of you. It's a very small difference between you two point-wise, and it ended up coming out that your average score, Elisha, was 20.6, and Len's score was 21.6. So it ended up being super, super tight, but unfortunately, one of you does have to get eliminated, and Len, you did, congratulations, make it to the next round. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this and for sharing your magic.
Thank you guys.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're going to put you back in the waiting room if you guys want to hang out, and we're going to bring up our next 2 competitors.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Congratulations, Len. All right. So now we have our next
I
2
heard people go.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, what were we going to say? What were we going to
No,
say?
I was just gonna say. Oh, I hope people like go back and like watch like the comments and stuff, and like at least take something from it, and aren't just like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel it's weird when we're just like, this is the point, but there's no like. I hope they go back and at least watch like the discussion of how we got to that point, because it's. I feel like at least we're giving constructive criticism. Really, it's not.
Exactly.
You know.
And I
Sometimes we do say that as well. Like, we hope that you guys can go back and watch the replay on YouTube or on
I'm sure
stream
they
or
will.
something. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I really hope people do back at that, because we're not at all trying to say anything negative. If there is any negative, it's just meant to be constructive and something that just give them an outside perspective on what an audience member thinks of the performance, and hopefully it's helpful them. So we now have our next 2 competitors right on time. We have Slightly Hottie and Johnny Aldana. I'm excited for this one. All right.
Oh yeah.
We've
This will be a
got
good one.
Johnny and Hottie. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Oh, Johnny looking spiffy.
Fancy.
Oh, snazzy. All right, cool.
Nice to see you guys.
Awesome.
So this, if anybody is curious why there's a little bit of hype about this matchup, it's because, well, Johnny and Hottie have known each other for a while. It's actually been through the Magic Discord. There's the link at the bottom of the screen, 1v1magic.com. We've all hung out on the Magic Discord and jammed, and we have jams every week. So if you'd like to hang out, join this Magic community, get to meet magicians from all around the world. Most of them that are competing are people that jam all the time with us, and it's just really fun being able to see this kind of friendly rivalry, because we have Johnny and Hottie who jam with each other all the time on the Magic Discord, and now they're gonna have to be put head to head. So, Hottie, you are scheduled first. How are you feeling, man?
Wait, hold up. What first?
You're scheduled
Okay, fine, fine,
first.
fine, fine. Okay, the higher sock the down the food.
The sock the down in the poop. Where are your socks at, man?
I got this. Does it count?
That's I don't know if that's a sock,
My
but
sock it is.
that's some clog energy you got there. All right,
The high
now
sock energy.
now are you feeling good, Hottie? You ready to perform?
Before I start, welcome to the stairs.
Yes.
I have nothing else
The
to say.
famous stairs. The famous stairs. All right, your time starts now. Oh, and he turned his camera
Alright.
up. There we go. Your time starts now.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
there we go. No, you're good.
You're good,
Now we
you're
got the
Wait,
second
okay,
angle. Yep.
I'm good.
Yep. I'll restart your time
Okay, cool.
now. There you go.
Okay, cool. Alright, so have you ever wished that you could go back in time to a specific moment or experience? For many people, these experiences often change them for the better or open their eyes to a new world. More often than not, these moments are the happiest times of their life. But one thing remains the same with all these examples. We all wish we had more time. My high school band experience encompasses this all. I was a part of the high school band for 4 years, and without band, I wouldn't have been the person I am today. But my first year wasn't the great. It was quite awful, to be honest. I didn't enjoy being there. I was bad at marching and playing my instrument, and I was bullied for that. But somehow, time flew by, and the marching season had almost passed. But on my last day of the season, my last competition, I saw a spark. I don't know how to describe it, but I knew it was what inspired everybody else to continue marching, and so I decided to continue band for the next 3 years. And the season had finally ended, and a year had turned into memories. My second year of band was great. I made so many great memories and friends, and I started to grow out of my shell. As I learned more and more from my seniors, I had so much fun that time went by in a blink. Uh, and then it was time for us to compete. But the year had been cut short by the California fires. Even though it wasn't the season it could have been, I still created so many precious memories. Now, my third year of band was the most difficult. School life had become hard. My mental state was struggling due to the hundreds of hours of SAT prep and the stress of college, but I did my best to have fun, and I truly did. My third year of band ended up being the best year I had, and before I knew it, it went by too quickly. But, and before I knew it, the year had turned into a memory. My last year of band was impacted by something we were all impacted by, COVID-19. This glorious year I dreamed of as a senior in band had slipped through my fingers. The Wednesday practices from 6 to 9 and the Saturday practices from 10 to 5 and the competitions, which are the best times of my life, all gone. The year had passed before I was ready to let go of marching band. And now that I look back at it, I wish I had spent less time complaining my first year. I wish I had created even more friends and memories the second year. I wish I could have focused on my love of marching band and not let outside forces affect my experience my third year. I honestly wish I just had more time. So my advice to you is keep track of time because you truly don't appreciate something until it's over.
Nice. Man.
Awesome.
Nice.
Very nice.
Thank you, Hottie. Alrighty.
Cool.
We're
Cool.
gonna jump in our little deliberation room, but great job, man. We'll see you real
Yeah,
soon.
yeah.
Hang tight.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was yeah, that was pretty well thought out, I would say. Like I could tell he spent time to think of the scripting to fit in with the coin routine. So I mean that goes to show a little bit of, creativity right there, I would say. But yeah. Interested to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, I mean,
Me to go?
Sure, yeah. Sure.
Oh no, so it's just a slight delay. So I'm always like, I love that there was a story. I love that we got to know him. I think, and it's different. Like you don't see that. You very rarely see something like that, and someone be that honest. I think if you're gonna do an act like that, actually talking from experience for this one, because it is hard when people have to take in what you're saying and what you're doing at the same time, when it doesn't, when you're not saying this coin, blah, blah, blah. When you're talking about something that is different, but it does relate, it is hard to keep track. So I think trimming the fat of the script would be good. And then like saying a line and then doing a bit, do you know what I mean? So that you can take in what he's saying, then you can take in the trick, because it's hard to like focus on two things at once. Just it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved it. And I think even like, you know, it's his life, it's his script, he knows. So I would throw the script away and just say it. And you know the points, you know your bullet points you got to hit, so that then it feels more like it's coming from the heart and less like I remembering my script. That's my only thing. But I love that at least he tried to do that and didn't just do a point act.
Yeah.
That's what I really loved about it.
Yeah, I really
and
like
I think
that he made the story.
so go.
Oh,
And I think maybe just doing. Oh, sorry.
Your turn.
Chatty.
Your turn. Your turn.
And I think you'll know more about this than I will, but I was thinking if he was using a straight on camera rather than the diagonal, I think that would have helped him with some of the
I agree.
table-y stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
That was my only thing with that. But
Yeah.
no, I loved it.
Yeah, I thought that it was really, really great, and I've never seen him do anything like that before. I think this was definitely him stepping out of his comfort zone to do something for the tournament that was different, because he's usually very much move monkey, always showing us the slights that he's working on, but it was really awesome to see him be, I'm going to make this, you know, more of a story and really present this. So I really loved all of that. I think it's an interesting thing, the creativity, originality, because he did a classic routine. I mean, some of the moves that he did weren't as standard, you know, for that kind of coins across routine. But the routine itself was pretty much the standard kind of routine. I liked that he had the kicker where he was talking about time and then turning it into a watch that related to the story and talking about that. And it was really cool, the idea of like each coin being an experience and then all of them turning into memories. I usually am not a huge fan of when people take a prop and then try to like make it a metaphor for everything. But I think that in this one, it was cool because it was a really honest story and it was something that I was interested in hearing. And so it kept my attention. The moments were really visual. So all around, I really enjoyed it. So I guess score wise, Chloe, do you have scores first? I mean, we're going to just switch around the order each time.
Yeah, hold on a second. I think for creativity and originality, yes, it was coins, but the fact that he put the story with it completely changes it for me. Like, that's what I want. That's what makes it different for me. And maybe that's slightly different for you guys because you probably see a lot more coin magic than I do, but that ticks all the boxes for me. I love that. So no, screw it, I'm going up. I'm gonna do a 9.
9. Nice.
Okay, now being generous.
For creativity, originality. Nice.
For the creative, because it's a lot, and that's hard to share a story, especially if it's true. Like, it obviously is true, but to share something like that, it's hard. And to create and to share that with someone, and people,
And he did a really good job of relating the moments, like COVID-19 taking away his year, and that being what justified the memory being gone, or like the experience being gone. It was really well thought out.
Yeah, and I think he should keep working on this act, not just, I don't know if he's done it before just for this tournament, but he should keep going with that and keep pushing it. And like, I see when he was like talking about marching back, I saw him do it in my mind. I'm like, oh, I wish he was like rolling coins, which usually I'm like, oh, why do people do that? But it's like, it matches with the story. Like, I want more like relatable, like visual stuff. But yeah, I loved it. So entertainment, I put an 8, and personality, I also put an 8. I would have liked him just to be a bit more relaxed, but that's just practice and time.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think whenever you're gonna do a coin routine, especially one with like a 5-minute limit, it's gonna be quite difficult to kind of captivate and engage and keep the entertainment level really high with just coins, unless you're doing something super out of the box with coins. But I think, like both of you had said, it was the story and his personality kind of shining through that kept us engaged. And he kind of hit those personal moments in the narrative, like when COVID-19 and stuff like that, which I think kind of hits a relatable spot with a lot of people. And so I love that type of magic where it's like coming from, you know, the heart and coming from like personal experience, and meshing that in with a good magic routine. So for my score, I'm going to do a 9 for creativity, originality. For entertainment and also personality, I'm going to do an 8 and 8. So 9, 8, 8.
And I totally agree with everything that you guys said. I'm going to go with a 9 for creativity, originality. For entertainment level, I'm going to do an 8. And my reasoning for dropping the points down a little bit to 8 would just be, it felt as though he was really trying to focus on making sure that he hit his script, and it felt as though he was either saying it like he was reading a script, or he literally had a tab open where he was literally reading the script. I don't know, which props to you for taking advantage of the virtual medium, the fact that you have a monitor in front of you. That's creativity points as well. So I'm gonna do 8 and 8, and the only reason 8 personality is because I felt like he was more focused on the script, and he showed his personality through the story, less through his demeanor. You know,
Yeah,
I wish that he was.
I agree. I feel like if he went
talking to
off
us.
script a little bit, that would have actually helped him. If he just went off script just a little bit.
Yeah, or at least even if he's not off script, making it feel like he's just talking to us and just having a conversation.
Yeah, right,
just being a little bit more personable. But super high score. That's gonna be a really good average of 25. We all gave him a 25. So good job. Let's bring Hottie in here and let him know.
Nice.
Hottie.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
How you doing,
Hey.
man?
Yeah.
Wait, should tell my
Welcome back. There you go. Cool. Yeah. So we had a lot to talk about. Back to the stairs. Great performance, by the way. We all really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
The thing that stuck out to the most of us was the thing that we kept talking about the most was just how creative you made the story and the narrative mesh with the magic routine. And that's something that we look for. And I think you did a really good job executing that. But yeah. So
Thank you.
We all gave you the same scores for everything. We all gave you a 9 for creativity, originality, and then we gave you 8s for entertainment level and personality. So you got an average score of 25, which is a really high score, man. And great job on your performance. Yeah. Really appreciate you being a part of this and sharing your story, and also being so like honest and opening up about it. That was really well done.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so
man. Appreciate it.
We'll jump back down into the 1v1 magic room, and let's see Johnny's performance. How's it going, Johnny?
Hey.
Looking spiffy.
Hello.
How are you, man?
Cool.
Are you feeling good? You feeling ready to perform?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a thumbs up when you want me to start your time. Your time starts now.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Aldana, and if you live around the Orange County area, you might know me from the Monday Night Jams. I remember the first ever time I actually decided to go over there. Nobody was there. Because everybody was over at a Magic Live convention when I did go. So I sat at an empty table by myself. It was pretty sad. But soon the next Monday, everybody did come back. But I remember I was so nervous to even walk inside there because I never really interacted with any other magician. And I think I studied magic for 6 months at the most. And also I had a stutter, which made everything even worse. But I remember I finally built up the courage to even walk inside the restaurant. And I met so many great magicians and amazing card sharks. And I remember I was so surprised to even see Jeremy Griffith's face in there because I had no idea he was the host of the jam. And everybody there was so welcoming, and I just felt right at home. And which made me want to go every Monday to jam with them. And eventually I was known as the kid with the billiard ball because I always showed this somewhat simple trick, but I guess not easy, where I show a seemingly empty wallet and I have the ability to produce a billiard ball. And I could have just managed just ask quickly.
Nice.
And that's how my obsession started. But why I tell you this story is because I ended up meeting a man. He was an old-timer card shark guy, but he didn't really tell me his name, but he showed me the most incredible switch I've ever seen. because we played a simple game. It was a simple game of 3-card Monty, where he showed me a black ace and 2 red 9s, right? But this is what I'm going to show you today is the part that completely just fried my brain. So he took the black ace and folded it, Rhys, to make this even more not plausible. It put it under. I'll put the cards under. You can see the 2 red 9s, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
And I count of 3, you'll see the truth. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Oh shoot! Almost dropped it.
Whoa. Nice.
There you go. The 9 switched. And I thank the Money Night Jams for this. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you.
Man. Thank you for sharing that, dude.
Thank you. Awesome.
Nice job, Johnny.
Hey.
Alright.
All right. Yeah, let's jump into the judges' room
Let's
then.
jump in and talk about it. Okay. John, interesting.
Awesome. Yeah. What a great, awesome performance.
I like that they both went with real life stories. And
They
were
did.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. I feel like for me, Johnny's personality really shined through, which I really liked. I loved the fact that he did the billiard ball thing at the beginning. I thought that was super different. And he didn't need to necessarily justify it in the story because it made sense in the story. He was like, I was known as the billiard ball kid, and this is why, and it just made sense in the story.
I'm so glad he put that in too, because that was a really cool thing.
Yeah. There were less magic moments than in Hottie's routine, but at the same time, I think that the magic moment were really strong. What he did, I love the visual moment with 3-card Monty. I like that he also didn't make anything repetitive. He didn't do like a ton of the phases of 3-card Monty. He just did one really, really killer phase for it. He was performing outside in the wind, so I mean, understandable a little bit with the card falling or whatever. Not a big deal at all. I don't know. I'm curious about your thoughts on things.
Yeah, a tough one. Do you want to go first, Chloe, or me?
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I'm looking at the 3 different categories right now on my notes, and I'm trying to figure out which one would be the highest one because he really kind of nailed each category in a unique type of way. And I think this is a good example of less is more when it comes to magic because he didn't overpack it with magic, right? And I think the amount that he did was good enough for like his routine and his story and stuff like that. So, gosh, yeah, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna think a little longer about my score. So, Chloe, if you want to throw in your feedback, yeah.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I think I liked the story. I like he was likable again. I would have liked him to get I wanted to see magic sooner than I did. That was my only thing. But I get you have to set up a story. I totally get that. But I just needed something a little sooner, just for me. But when he started saying the billiard board kit, I was like, oh, that's I bought into it. I was like, oh, this is great. And I actually thought I was going to see all billiard balls, which is fine. But the card trick was great. I just when he pulled out just the other 9 of hearts, I was like, oh, it's missing a beat. Like it needed to be like, I don't know, he took out the last card and it was the 9 of hearts and he threw it in the air and he caught it and it was a billiard ball again or something.
Really
I
cool
needed a kicker at the end. Because he set up this whole story and then I feel like then we went to the cards and didn't come back. It would have come full circle then. That would have been nice.
Yeah, it's like the story became less about him at the end and became more about some guy he met and the story with
right.
Some guy did this trick to me and then it's like now he's just doing that, but it's like he kind of abandoned the part of himself. And yeah, I think that would have been a really
I think
cool
if he would have done them backwards, if he would have switched his routine from and did the other trick first and maybe the billiard thing last to kind of leave the impression about who he is as the last impression, not about the guy that he met as the last impression. I think that might have actually been kind of cool too.
It's interesting because I feel like the trick for the second trick is probably a stronger trick magically, maybe. That I don't know.
Sure.
So maybe it was good he was structuring it that way because he felt like the card trick
Yeah.
would get a bigger
It
reaction.
peaked, yeah.
But also the fact that he's doing that outside just to a phone and the phone's below him and he still like does the billiard ball thing
Oh, yeah.
flawlessly was really awesome.
Yeah, that was so well executed.
Yeah, I could see this being like a longer piece and like the billiard ball like keeps on coming back in some way, but it's still a talking act, but just like he has at the beginning, then he does the thing with the cards. Sorry, that's me. It's so annoying. I don't know how to turn it off. But yeah, I just wanted it back because it was about him, and like you said, it was about the guy at the end rather than him. But yeah, I thought it was great though. Like,
Yeah.
Magic was clean. I stayed engaged. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
All right.
I'll go first,
I
I
think
guess.
I'll go.
Oh, okay, you can go first.
All right, you go. You go first. You go
All right.
first.
Okay, so for creativity, originality, I'm gonna throw in an 8 for creativity, originality. I really enjoyed it. For personality, I'm gonna give him a for entertainment level, I'll give him an 8 as well.
Mhm.
And for personality, I'm teetering between an 8 and a 9 is my dilemma. I'll go with straight 8s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My score is actually very similar. I think out of the categories, the entertainment category is the one that was the best for me. So I'm gonna do creativity. I'll put an 8 as well for that. For entertainment, I'm gonna bump that up to a point to a 9. And then for personality will also be an 8.
Gotcha. Alrighty. What are you thinking, Chloe? I'm also I'm not sure about one of my scores. I'm just like, is this an 8 or 9?
I know, because like looking at the whole act and thinking back, if there was one more kicker or like one more beat, the act is great, like pretty much perfect. I wouldn't really change anything about it. I just needed that billiard ball back. That's literally all I wanted. I was like, oh, it's gonna come, and it didn't. That was my only thing. But yeah, for creativity and originality, I put a 9.
Nice.
Like he was very relaxed when he was talking as well. Like I feel like it was smooth. Like I wasn't like, you know, like some people talk and they break and you're worried for them that they've forgotten what they're saying and stuff like that. They were smooth. He knew his story. He knew what he was doing. The magic was clean. You know, there was nothing wrong with that at all.
You did also mention he had a stutter too. Like he was nervous over the stutter.
Yeah, the fact that he had a stutter and then now is like performing and seems so smooth and confident performing.
Oh wow,
very comfortable. Yeah.
I didn't know that. He should use that. He should do an act based on like telling that story because that's
I think he threw it in there like as kind of just like a really quick thing he mentioned, like, oh, I had a stutter, by the way.
Yeah,
but it was just like
it was very quick.
But it was just like, whoa, like that, you know, that's amazing that you're performing so confidently, and it's making me not sure about my score either because I'm thinking like personality. I feel like personality, I might want to give him a 9. Yeah.
It's tough.
I do want to give him a 9
really
for personality.
Clean. It was so clean. That was the thing. Like, there's not. Okay. All right, personality, I put an 8. I did like him. It's so hot. But yeah, let's go for 8. And then entertainment.
I bet you didn't think it would be this difficult, huh?
That sounds really tough.
Because it was great. It was.
The magic moments were really all solid. It was really.
Everything
it was really entertaining.
All right, Entertainment, I'm going 9.
That was the deciding point. That was the deciding point.
Oh
That
no,
was it.
don't say that.
That was it. That was the deciding
Don't put it on
point.
me.
That was
I'll
it.
watch this back.
So what did we end up with then?
We ended up with a 25.3.
25.3. Okay.
And Hottie got a 25.
Oh,
Oh wow. All right, so a 0.3 difference. Whew.
Yeah. I mean, I also did change my personality score midway through to a 9 because I was thinking about it and I was like, I do feel like he really did show personality, and I did really enjoy that. So, yeah, 25, a 25, and a 26 from Chloe, and Hottie got all straight 25s. Wow, what a tight match. That's so tough. Oof.
yeah, that's
Close. That's a close one. I love it.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Well, so we jump back in.
Yeah, let's jump back in. Hey guys. You guys made that really, really tough for us.
You busted out the recorder.
You ready?
I mean, well, Hottie, have you been
Wait,
watching the
I
stream?
put this away. No, I don't know.
So you guys don't
he
know
deserved to put it away.
you guys don't know what happened. So
I had this because I think I'm gonna lose, but
so
know
Hottie,
we've endured.
you got an incredibly high score, and this, I'll say that the difference between these two scores was just a third of a point, and it was so ridiculously close. Johnny, your final score was 25.3, and Hottie's score was 25. So that means that I'm supposed to play this song.
Oh, no.
we're doing this, boy.
Dude. And I'll play it so that you can hear on this end. We'll go back so that everybody knows that unfortunately I have to click this button because we agreed with Hottie that I would click this button.
Oh no.
Oh, Hottie, I'm so sorry
Guys,
to
I'm
have to
gonna
play
cry.
that, man. You did such a great job, man.
You play, is it Titanic?
Yeah, it's just a really bad recorder version of the Titanic. Oh, Hottie, I'm so sorry, dude. You did so well. You both, it was just neck and neck, and it was such a
So
tough
close.
decision. It was, Johnny just got, it was 25, 25, 25 from all the judges for Hottie, and it was 25, 25, 26 for Johnny, and it was the closest thing ever, but, Johnny, congratulations, you are moving on to the next round. Thank you so much for being a part of this, Hottie. You should definitely keep going with that routine, because it's a really, really good
100%.
routine. We all loved it.
It was. Yeah.
So.
The higher the stock, the downer the poo. That's all I gotta say.
Higher the stock, the down of the food. Komodo hype, Komodo hype. Thank you so much, Hottie. We'll see you real soon. Peace, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Oh man.
I had to play the song.
Yeah.
I played the song.
God, I was about to tear up. That was intense.
I know. I don't know if we were about to tear up,
Alright.
but it was intense. It was very intense. That was really hard to have to choose a winner in that battle because they both did really, really well. So we now have our next matchup, which I'm really, really excited for. Okay, let's grab our next two performers, which are Alex Vasiliou and we have Reza Delshad. All right. How are you guys doing?
All right. Hey guys. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you see us? Reza? Alex? Hey guys!
Oh, there we go. Oh, Alex is upside down.
Alex is upside down. He did say that he would go upside down for this performance.
Not for this round.
Not for this round? Oh, so he just did that for style points. All right.
What an intro.
Now, Reza, you are muted. Could you just could you unmute
Wait,
yourself
how'd you turn
really
your
quick?
camera on if you were upside down?
I have no idea how he
Mouse.
just did that. He had a mouse with him to click while he was upside down. You'll see this nowhere else, boys. Now, Reza, I know that your Instagram is magician Reza Del Shad, but you also do a lot of mentalism, right?
Yeah. I started with magic, but after a year, I decided to be a mentalist.
And you are from Iran, correct?
Yeah.
This is so exciting to have you joining us because we have a really great mentalist from Iran that I've met before over Instagram, Reza, going up a great mentalist from Greece, correct? Is it Greece? Alex Vasiliou. So I'm so excited to have this matchup. This is really cool. Everybody just chose their times randomly, and it just happened that you guys got paired next to each other. So really excited about this.
Yeah.
Reza, you are up first. So I'm going to pin you, and now let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
Okay, so I cannot see my camera here. How much do you have? Oh, yeah, I can right now. Do you have the whole thing?
Yep,
here?
we
I think
see.
so,
We
yeah.
see. I think everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So,
Good. Time starts now.
okay, thank you for having me, guys, here. The night after the submissions of the tournament were closed, I had a weird nightmare, a dream. Actually, it was a day of apocalypse, as you can see here. There were destruction, blood, and also zombies roaming the earth. There were 3 survivors: Chloe, Mike, and Blaze. You were the 3 survivors left on Earth, and there were a bunch of zombies just chasing you. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the end of the nightmare, so today we're going to recreate the nightmare. And what is better to recreate the nightmare with some tarot cards. So in a moment, Mike and Sarah and Blaze,
Yes.
you're going to choose 2 cards.
Okay.
Blaze, you're going to represent the Emperor, the protector of the group.
Okay.
And Mike, you're going to represent the Hermit, the
Okay.
researcher of the group who's going to search for shelter, food, or something. Chloe, it was something special about you in my dream. You were just saying one word, and it was lie. Can you see that? L-I.
Mhm.
Okay.
Does this make any sense to you? Lie?
Not yet.
We'll find out maybe later, yeah. Okay. You were just saying this the entire time. So,
Mhm.
Blaze, I'm gonna deal down the cards. Please say stop wherever you want.
Okay.
Wherever you want.
Stop.
Here, do you want me to go more or not?
That's
Or
good.
less, maybe.
That's good.
That's good, okay. So we put the Emperor here and put the cards back and push it. So I'm not gonna do a shuffle or anything, no fishy moves. So, Mike, please say stop wherever you want.
Stop.
One less, one more, it's up to you.
Let's do one more. One more.
One more. Is it good here?
Yeah.
So we're gonna put this here, face up, and put the rest back. So now, you chose 2 cards randomly. Your card's gonna hold up 2 cards here. So let's see what cards you've chosen. The Emperor, this card, and the Hermit is holding up this card. So it was a fair choice, right? So the Emperor, Blaze, you've chosen the 3 of Swords. It means suffering, but being strong at the end. Now let's see what is the conclusion of the Nightmare. The Star, one of the greatest cards in the tarot deck. So a star, it means about the blessing that you're going to be given, and the universe is going to bless you, and it is a really good ending, right? So with these 2 cards, you're going to suffer a lot, but at the end, you're going to be survived.
Okay.
Chloe, can you remember I said that there was something special about you on Dream. Lie.
Mhm.
Tarot cards have got some numbers on them. Blaze, your number was the 3 of Swords. The 3, right?
3? Yeah.
You see it?
The 3
Yeah.
of Swords. Yeah.
And Mike, the star, has got a ranking of 17. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 and 17, two random numbers. 3, 1, 7. Lie is not just a word, actually, Chloe. If I turn it upside down, it gives us the number 3, 1, and 7, as the two gentlemen randomly chose. But actually, I'm not gonna leave you with this here. I did this in front of you and in the middle of my show, but I was influencing you from the beginning when I turn on my camera. I influenced Blaze by putting 1, 2, and 3 survivors, and you chose number 3, Blaze. And I like this one. We have 1 zombie, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 zombies to influence Mike to choose the number 7. 17. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
You also perfectly timed that at 5 minutes. Great job, man.
Wow. Wow, that was perfect. All right,
Really
let's go
fun.
into the judges' room.
Yes, let's talk. Let's talk. We'll be right back. Well, super creative.
Holy cannoli! I gotta stop saying that on stream.
Holy cannoli.
Oh man, what an excellent
say
piece!
shit.
I love how he incorporated all of the 3 judges into characters in his story,
Yeah.
with the little cardboard cutouts, and it's a mentalism routine, that we've seen multiple times before. But I mean, his spin on creativity and originality on it, I think,
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna get him some bonus points for me. So yeah, what do you guys think?
I'll go first. Okay. I really liked it. I thought that it was a super cool concept. I love the fact that it was using props that I've never seen in a Magic performance before. He's got us being characters in his story, and he's got the zombies. And the thing is that, like, how can you not be intrigued about what's going to happen next when you find out that you're a character in the middle of a zombie apocalypse? Like, you need to, it's really, it made it exciting, and it was different. I was not expecting that kind of routine at all. I mean, I think that the reveal with the lie, I wish that there was maybe just a little bit more justification for that word, other than just being like, oh, you just in my dream were saying lie over and over. But at the same time, it was justified because of the story. So I thought that it was really well done. There was a lot of build up before the reveals, but that is kind of how a lot of mentalism tends to work,
Yeah, I like how 317 was the double hitter too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2 reveals. What did you think, Chloe?
Yeah, no, I loved it. I liked that it was different. It wasn't just the same old mentalism trick that takes too long with very little payoff. And I like that there was, like, a lot of little moments. Yeah, and like same as what you said, like having us involved in the story, so you have no choice but to stay engaged. It's like, oh, okay, what's going to happen to us? And
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I like that he used tarot cards rather than play any kind of playing cards, like,
Yeah.
because it wasn't necessary. He could have done it. He could have added playing cards in there for no apparent reason. But I'm glad that he didn't got away from that, and it's nice. It made I like that he talked about, like, what the cards meant a little bit, which is nice. But yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. I liked the story, especially right now. I feel like that's, like, quite a big thing. Like now, obviously with being home all the time, there's so many, like, zombie shows on TV. I feel like it, you go along with that even more. I think that's cool. But yeah, no, I really loved it.
Yeah.
I really loved it.
Yeah.
Really, really loved it.
I'm kind of iffy on, like, when people mix tarot cards into their routines, just because I've seen some, like, really bad stuff with that, and that doesn't work out well. But I think he made it work in a very good way. incorporating those into his
Yeah.
act. So
Yeah, because it
I
made
was a little
sense that he
worried
was
when I
kind
saw
of
them.
like predicting our fortune or predicting what was going to happen to us based on the dream and based on the story. And yeah, he made it have a justification rather than just like using
Yeah.
tarot cards for the sake of having tarot cards.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was really, really fun.
Well, I mean, I can go first with my score if
Sure,
that makes
yeah.
things easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I really liked the routine. I was really, it was a big toss up between creativity, originality of scoring that a 9 or a 10. I'm gonna put it at a 9. But I think because of the entertainment, that was so good. So I'm gonna put that at a 10. And then for personality, maybe for me that's the thing that kind of I didn't see too much of in the performance, but so I think I'm gonna put that at an 8. But yeah, so a 9, 10, 8.
Mm. Yeah. I was feeling like for the creativity, originality, I thought that it was super original, super different. I really liked that. I'll go with a 9 for that. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to go with a 9 for entertainment level. I think that the pacing might have been able to be sped up a little bit, but at the same time, he did a really good job with cramming multiple reveals and in a mentalism routine, which requires a lot of setup and talking into, you know, and a lot of audience interaction. Being able to have that all work within exactly 5 minutes, like, man, the guy is a pro.
Yeah.
And then
that was really well done.
and then personality, I agree that I would have liked to see a little bit more of his personality. I feel like he showed the personality through having such a wacky, different type of mentalism routine that I'd never seen before, and using the like. Who's ever done a reveal where it's the number of zombies that you have is the reveal, you know? So I'm gonna go with for personality. I'll go with an 8 for personality. So I gave him a 26. Mike gave him a 27. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, totally original. I've never seen anything like that, especially mixing tarot cards and the zombie stuff. So for that, I went for a 9, which I'm surprised because I'm usually a lot harder on mentalism than I am on magic because sometimes mentalism is just so boring and it takes so long to get to just like a little something. But it kept me engaged. I really
No
like
offense
that.
to Colin in any way, right? You got to be married to a mentalist.
Move on.
BT dubs.
No, but I also know how hard it is to do a mentors match in 5 minutes. Like it's really hard because it's a lot of chat. You've got to explain it. People need to understand what's going to happen. Otherwise, what's the point? But yeah, like I really enjoyed it. I think my only thing I would have liked like a bit more energy from him, and like even like in the storytelling, I would have liked like I don't know, like when he's talking about the zombies and he's talking about us as the survivors. I wish it was a bit more like got us like it drew us in a bit more. So it was more like, you know, like you're really telling the story and then this happened. So just a bit more of that.
Yeah, he was very like, oh yeah, so there's some zombies, and it was like I wish it was more like, oh, there's zombies, like you guys gotta run, like you know.
Like it just a little like, you know, I know obviously he's on a 5-minute restriction, but like in the future if it was a bit longer, I would have easily added on a minute of like getting me more into the story. And like I don't know, I love that stuff. I'm more about that, you know, than the magic. So or mentalism. But yeah, so I put 9 for originality, then I put 8 for entertainment and personality.
9, 8, 8. So he had an average score of 26, the highest of the day so far.
Oh wow.
Really well done. Wow, let's bring him in. Let's let him know the news. Reza, can you hear us?
You are muted if you don't already
Reza,
know.
you are muted and your camera's off, so you don't know. But if you can't hear us, he might have just walked away. So, anyways, we'll let him know his score after we have Alex's performance. So let's jump into Alex's performance.
Yeah,
Alex, how you doing? You good?
hello.
Alex, are you upside down again? So,
Can you hear me, guys?
yes. So, Alex, Would you like me to give that
Can you hear me?
clarification we talked about? Yes.
I can't hear you for a reason.
You can.
You can't hear us.
You
Oh,
can't
now
hear.
it's okay. Now it's okay.
You can hear us now.
Okay, cool.
Alex,
Good, good.
would you like me to give that quick clarification we mentioned?
And again,
Would you like me to give the
like-
quick clarification that we talked about in the Discord?
I can't hear a thing. What the fuck is?
Okay, well, Alex would like everybody to know that what you are about to see is not representative of him. He is not a Satanist, is all he would like you to know. And with that, let's get into his routine. Alex, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Or you want you still
Are you-
can't hear
are
us?
you-
hear a thing?
Are you able to hear
I'm
me?
hearing Mike. Yeah.
Okay. So
Can you hear me?
what's
Is
happening?
it just me?
Can you hear Chloe?
Hello?
No.
Okay, so he
Jets
can
Mike.
only hear me.
Okay.
Okay.
So Mike and Alex right now have a telepathic connection. They're only allowed to hear each other. And so, Mike, you want to give him the news about he can start if he gives a thumbs up?
Yeah. So if you need to use Chloe or Blaze for part of the routine, you can still choose
wanna-
on them. I'll just translate for you.
Do you want to?
Um,
Do you want to
so-
remove me and put me again?
Sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
let's
we'll try it.
Okay, yeah, let's try it.
Alex, you're back. Can you hear
Alright.
it?
Can you hear us now? Or them now?
Alex.
Can you hear us? Hello?
Yeah, I hear Chloe. Blaze.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Perfect.
So whenever you're ready, give me a thumbs up, and then your timer will start. All right, your time
All right.
starts now.
Have you ever heard the story of the devil coming to Earth? It's actually a very interesting story, a very intriguing story for me. The devil is actually so powerful being, so magnificent. And the thing is, he was actually indestructible. Nothing could actually harm him. But that's not only the thing. The thing is that the devil has like a weird obsession with, let's say, desires, if you heard that. He likes to play with people's desires. So, Chloe, the guest of the evening, I have here in my little box just a pad. Now, what I have on the pad, your name, and on top, I'm going to write your deepest, darkest desire that you can, if you want to tell me a desire you have.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Like to do something in life or something like that? What exactly do you mean?
We can't hear you, Alex.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear him either anymore.
Say hello again.
You hear me?
Yes,
we
Now
go.
you're back.
you're back. What kind of desire do you?
Yeah,
are
what do you
talking
mean?
about?
Do you mean like, yeah, like to do something in life or to want something? Is that what you mean?
Desire you could have that was that would be, no one could know. Whatever you want.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Good one. I would love to meet Brad Pitt. There we go.
Right. So, very interesting. Colin, know about that? So, wrote meet Brad Pitt above your name.
Uh-huh.
See that? I'm going to place that in the box with my pencil. You will see why later. That's the thing. The devil likes to play games and make bargains. Have you ever heard make the deal with the devil? It's not the wisest thing to do, but likes to play games and do bargains. So what we're gonna do now? Something similar. This is, for me, I've seen in the story the devil holding a lighter. I assume this is his lucky charm. So we're gonna play a game, Chloe. It will be pretty easy for you. If you beat me,
Yep.
I'm going to do everything in my power for your desire to become true, for you to meet Brad Pitt, to actually try it if you win me. It's going to be that easy. Here's how the game works. You're going to imagine rolling a die. I'm going to do the same thing. And if we get the same number, then you lose. If you get a different number, then you win. So it's pretty easy.
Okay.
My lucky charm. So imagine rolling a die and having a number, you know, like 1. What number you rolled?
5.
Sorry, say it again.
5.
Oh, Chloe, I'm sorry. You lost. you don't believe me? Okay. Look.
Ouch.
You see a burned 5 in my hand. 5 dots for the die.
Oh, I do see him.
1, 2.
Yes. 1,
Oh, yeah, I can see
Oh,
the
yeah,
dot.
4,
I
5.
do now.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that now.
I also rolled a 5 with a fire, kind of burned a little. You know, I could cheat because I'm embodiment of the devil right now. I'm not a Satanist, I'm just playing the character. But because you probably think I'd cheat for your wish not to happen, for your desire not to happen, I told you this is my lucky charm. Lighter is my lucky charm. So I'm going to show you that inside the cup, I actually have number
5.
Oh,
On
And then
the
5.
inside.
I see
taken
it.
beforehand. But this is not the only thing, because again, I could cheat. I play the devil. It's cheeky. Your wish really spoke to me, your desire. So I'm going to take it personally for your desire to become my desire. I'm going to actually do that for myself, and maybe someday do that for you. I'm going to try. So remember that I wrote your desire. I could have known
Mhm.
of your name. In the box. In the same pad. Your desire is my name.
Nice. Nice
Huh.
and nice and nice.
That's a personal desire of mine. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Alex. Great job. All right. We're
Cool.
going to jump into the judging room, and we'll see you really soon. Interesting.
Sorry, 1 second.
No
Yeah.
worries.
Sorry, I know it took longer to make a decision. I didn't want to make the wrong choice.
Oh, no worries. No, it's all right.
I always get worried when I'm asked a question. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna tell them the wrong thing.
No worries.
Um,
It was a good question because it was like, what do you desire? It was kind of like up in the air. So it was good to know.
I
what
know.
you
I was
Was
like,
it-
do you mean right now, or do you mean? I'm like, I could do a candy bar right now. How
Dr.
big are we
Pepper?
going?
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
Was
you good?
did he go over the time limit? Was it over?
I ended up stopping his time after we had the issue of not being able to hear him mid performance. So
Okay,
I
that's
wasn't
fine.
gonna
Yeah,
I wasn't
there
gonna
was a
fault
few
him for
things,
time
yeah.
because we
No
couldn't hear
worries.
it, yeah.
For sure.
Oh man. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one because both of them were just very creative, like and unique in their own ways.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh. It's like, yeah, his presentation was very, very unique. What were you gonna say, Chloe?
I know. I was trying to formulate a thought. I like the idea, especially kind of similar to what I said before with zombies. I know this is separate, but you know, I love a lot of those TV shows like Lucifer. I loved. I'm watching like Supernatural right now, which has got loads of devil stuff in it. So I'm
Me
really
too.
interested in that kind of stuff. Like I really like that. As a and you kind of dress the part too with that whole like Lucifer look.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I would have liked. I know obviously that was my fault that we slowed down a little bit, but I would have liked to. I don't know, something a bit more energy maybe. I don't even think that's it. I needed something. Like the fact that there was a big pad, like not big, but like multiple sheets of paper on that pad bothered me a lot. And a little flashy at the end.
Yeah, a little flashy at the end. Yeah.
It was hard to see on his hand. The 5 of the die for me.
Yeah, that's a moment
but
that
I like
I'm
the
sure
idea,
would be
though.
much stronger in person.
And live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rather than virtually.
But I liked that. I like that idea of playing with fire and things like that. Like even like with the razor blade thing, I would have, if you're gonna do it, I think go all out. Get a big sucker, not a arts and crafts one. Get a big one and do the full on like cut the hand, wipe away, nothing there. Like some, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go into this character, go for it. You know, same like I love the hand over the flame type stuff. You know, totally makes sense. You know, like when he had the lighter, if it had like he made it light itself or some like, do you know what I mean? Little moments that could just, you know, just bring it up a little. But I love the concept and the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I really love the concept and the story that he did. But I also feel like there's just one small ingredient that was missing, and it's bothering me that I don't know what it was. I don't know what the ingredient
I feel like
is.
the thing is that okay, so what we talked about with Reza about wishing that he had maybe had more of an energy that kind of matched the vibe of the story he was telling. I feel like in this one, I felt like Alex brought the kind of creepy, dark vibe at the beginning, and it sucked me more into the story. I just felt like the moments that he chose for that story might not necessarily have been the best reveals to tell that story. You know, it was, I don't know. It was like the, I think that the thing with the dice in the hand would be really strong in person, and it was tougher to play for virtual with getting the camera in focus and stuff.
It's hard,
Also, there was like something dark on his hand, like either ash or Sharpie or something that made it distracting because I didn't know if it was black dots he was talking about or if he was talking about the dots of that. But that's a minor thing. I think that like the moments would have been a little bit stronger, like if they had a little bit more to do with the narrative. You know, it seemed like you were taking that I wrote down this thing next to my name, and that has to do with, it was almost taking the trick and then putting it in a narrative than necessarily I don't know, choosing what effects to do based on the story, you know.
Yeah, and that box was massive.
Yeah, it was
like,
very massive.
It wasn't needed. You know, that wasn't needed. So I would have like a clear box would have been just as fine, and a much smaller one piece of paper. I would have preferred a different method. And I don't know if I should say what I think it should be, but it's similar to what he did with his hand. But I would have preferred something like that I know we know about, but I don't think layman people know so much about. That would have just made it more visual and more powerful. And he was smooth and he was playing that character, but like he should really go watch Lucifer and just, there are moments when he's intense and it's full on, and I like that because it's like it keeps you go, oh, okay, like I'm paying attention. And I think for me it was a little too laid back. I would have liked it to be a bit more like just close and being like, da-da-da. And I would have liked an example for the desire because I panicked. Just like some kind of like, even if he shared like what someone had said before or just something so I can go, oh, okay, But I love that. Like the concept is great. Like the concept is great.
Yeah.
It just needs pushing.
Yeah, I feel like he could have done a little bit extra too with like you had trouble thinking of a desire. He could have said something Lucifer-ish where it's like maybe you don't want to say that one out loud because people will hear it or something like that,
Yeah.
Just a little personality in there. I mean, I liked where he was like, oh, Chloe. I mean, that part was good.
Okay, interesting that you say that because I was a bit like, I don't know, but this is
But that was
this
that
is
was
where
the
it's
only
different
part
because
that had
that was one of the only parts where it really felt like he was in character. I mean, there were other
Yeah, that's
moments
what-
where he was
that's
doing
what
the
I'm trying to
fire
say.
burn thing and he was acting all dark
Yeah.
and stuff. It's kind of a thing where it was like he was saying he was the embodiment of Satan, but there wasn't much like, there wasn't much that really showed that in the presentation. Also, props to both of these guys
Yeah.
that they're both performing
Oh,
mentalism
yeah, geez.
pieces in not their first language. And
Oh, for
also
sure.
adding story and narrative and everything, all the things that we look for. So, really well done in that sense.
Oh, for sure. I think that just with that, you have to really walk a very careful line if you're gonna like put it on an audience member. It's a very, I don't know. It was a little. I was like, that was a patronizing sound a little bit. Like I get that it's the character and whatever, but I think you've got to be very careful with that. You've got to walk a line. But obviously that's different, obviously, because he's playing this kind of character and I'm a woman, and I'm not saying I'm not playing that card, but you will get it's different when you're like, oh, on the spot, and you got to know that when it's a layman, like how they'll take that. It's just you have to be careful with that stuff. But yeah, it was just a bit like, oh, okay, I didn't know what to say. But yeah, I just needed, I know, just a better reveal, I think. And then like the 5 inside the lighter didn't really do much extra for me. I was like, okay, like that was my only thing.
I mean, it was
but no, I
a
love
thing
the
of like,
concept. That's the thing.
yeah, I wish that he had moments that were more like the first thing with the cutter, where it was like your I said cutter with the knife, having things where it feels as though the props are all meant for this narrative, whereas it was like he kind of just had a notepad that you could have used for any plot, and the piece of paper inside of the lighter. It would have been nicer if maybe in ash on the outside of the lighter even, or just something that felt a little bit more mystical, a little more creepy, rather than something that looked kind of like it was taped in there, just as
yeah,
the appearance.
or it's like engraved on the lighter, or there's nothing and he wipes across it, then it's engraved on it, or like something that, I don't know, like I would have liked that. Like I like that he had the candles and stuff, and like I know we're on this weird platform where it's like, we're all sticking backdrops up and doing random stuff to make stuff look good. But I would have liked it to be, this is obviously in the future, but like just dark and like candle lit, and like you're really in that moment, and everything that is there it has a purpose, and it's all, why do we have a lighter and a candle? Like do we need that? Like why if you don't need it, it doesn't need to be there, kind of thing. Or like a more like a like a candlestick type thing, so you're going into like, he's a modern day character that we're seeing a lot more of, but it is kind of drawn from like a long time ago, so kind of mixing those two things. I don't know, I just needed a little more, but I love the concept.
Really creative things. I think for creativity and originality, I would throw him an 8 or a 9. I'm going with an 8 just because I feel like I wish that the props made a little bit more sense in the narrative, especially if we're comparing it to something like Reza, where like the reveal was the amount of zombies that were there at the beginning, and the whole story was about the zombie, and so that was using the props specifically for that. So entertainment level, I think that I would give that also an 8, and personality, I'm thinking personality because it was kind of in and out. Either a 7 or an 8. I'm thinking. Actually, I'm gonna go 8 for personality, but a 7 for the entertainment level. What are you thinking?
Do you want me to go or?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's. What's the most annoying thing about this is like, I wish I could see the act again in like a month with like the improvements that people will make over time, because it's like, oh, it's just such a good idea, and he plays it well. Like he's a good looking kid. I don't know how old he is, but he looks really young. But like with the suit, he looks great. I like, I think like I know you said at the beginning that he's not a Satan worshipper or anything like that, but I'm like, screw that. Like, we know you're playing a character, just go for it. Like just commit to what you're doing. Like don't say you're Lucifer or whatever, but play that part. And then I think people will like get more into it, and and then I love the visual stuff. So for the originality, I put an 8.
Gotcha.
See, I mean, personality, I put an 8. I just want him to push more with the character. For me, I just didn't get enough from the reveals, so I did a 7
A
for
7,
entertainment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mike, what were you thinking?
Just,
Gosh, this is a tough one because I'm somebody, and most people know me, like I'm really into the darker side of
Mhm.
magic and the supernatural stuff, and
Mhm.
I incorporate that stuff into my own shows as well.
Nice.
And there's such a like big thing that you can do with Lucifer and that whole concept. And I know we're not comparing acts or anything, but Reza did a really good job of using his props into his story. And I think that that's a good example of what Alex could have done a little bit differently, and he would have gotten a lot more points from all of us. But I mean, I'm still, it's still a great performance. I think score-wise, I'm gonna do 8s across the board.
8,
Great.
8, 8. Nice. So
do we know how old Alex is?
Let's ask him when we did.
I'm honestly just intrigued because,
Yeah, we should ask.
So we got 8,
yeah,
7,
so-
8, which is a 23. Yeah, and then a 8, 8 is a 20. Is a 23, so he got a 23.3 in his score versus Reza's 26, and so we now have a clear winner. So let's jump. Let's
he
bring
won by
him.
3
Let's jump
points.
back in and let's talk to him. Hey guys,
Hello.
can you hear us? Can you hear us?
All right.
Reza and Alex.
Hey guys. So wow, what excellent performances from the both of you. Gosh, I'm sorry that it took so long to get back here because we just had so much to talk about. And just when we thought we were done, we kept on talking more about it. So, yeah, excellent performances for the both of you. Blaze has the scores. So if you'd like to share that.
Yes. So, we both we all thought that you guys did such a great job with the performances, and also the fact that you both really
Why
went
can't I
for
hear
it.
plays again?
Well, Mike can translate for me, but Reza, you got Alex, you got a score of 23.3, which is a very
So
good
Alex,
score.
20. What
Yeah.
was it? Say it one more time.
23.3.
A 23.3 for Alex. Great score. Great score.
And Reza, you got a score of 26, so you will be moving on to the next round. But we loved that
And
both
Reza
of you.
got a score of 26.
So we love that
So,
both
yeah,
of you incorporated stories and the
Reza-
fact that you both made it really about the story, about the narrative, and it was awesome to be able to see your magic, and we really appreciate both of you sharing your mentalism with us.
Yes, it was so good. Also, Alex, I know you're having trouble hearing Blaze and Chloe, but we really do hope that you can watch the replay back on the stream and on YouTube, because there's a lot of really good stuff on there that we'd like for you to hear too. So
We talked about
but anyways,
you a lot.
guys, yeah, we talked about you a lot, as Blaze just said. So anyways, congratulations.
Something completely unrelated. If you guys have watched the Lucifer series, it was so good that we had Chloe here because if it was a series, Chloe here.
Yeah.
Actually played really good.
Oh, that's why he was saying Chloe that way.
I picked up
Good
on
dude.
that. But yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, it was really good. Oh, by the way, Alex, how old are you again?
18.
18.
Wow,
Okay.
wow.
All right, gotcha. All right, awesome.
Great job to
Well,
both of you
yes.
guys.
Great
So
job to
I'm gonna
everyone.
drag you back into the
Thank you
waiting
very
room,
much,
and we're
guys.
gonna wait
It was
for
a
a
big
second.
honor
But
for me. And
Uh,
Blaze, can I say something? Just
yes, absolutely.
really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The star that Mike chose, it has got some circles in it. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some circles and circles. I want you to remember it for the rest of your life because it's really important.
It's really
Thank you very
important. It's really important. All
Okay.
right. We'll see you next round, man. I'm excited. All right. Thank you, Reza.
Setting up.
Thank you, Alex. He's setting up for the
Bye.
next round. Wow, he was prepared. So I would like to take a super short break right now to run to the restroom. But Mike, would you be able to just check out chat, and if there's any questions that anybody might have,
Yeah,
do a
totally.
super quick
Again,
Q&A.
So yeah, quick commercial break, I guess, but commercial break being not a commercial. So chat, I know that there's a bunch of people in chat. If you guys have any questions at all about the 1v1 tournament, any questions for me, any questions for Chloe, we are super happy to answer those. So send in anything that you guys would like to chat about there, and I have the chat up on my other monitor so I can keep track of that here. And so I don't know. Can you see? Do you have the stream on your end, Chloe?
I only have. Do you mean the actual where this is going out right now on Twitch?
Yeah.
I don't, but I can bring it. Give me 1 second.
If not, it's totally fine. I could just tell you the questions if we get it.
Yeah. One.
Let's see. It's Giselle Music says, "Great job of both of you." Yeah, that was excellent performances from the both of them. Incredible work, gentlemen. Props. Oh, Giselle, there's not a tech issue. Blaze has to do a restroom break right now, so we're just answering any questions in chat right now. So that's what's going on.
I'm trying to find him on Twitch. I've never used Twitch. I have an account and I've never used it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, if
Get
you're
on
on
his
there,
Twitch.
it's just his name, Blaze Sarah, all one word. And it should be live. Oh my gosh.
Find him. Let me turn the sound off. Oh,
I am
live.
back.
Okay,
I
it's
am
got
back.
the live.
All right.
The chat.
Oh,
did
that
you-
was quick. That was quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. People are starting to chat. Okay, I can see it. Sorry, I was bringing up the Twitch. The Twitch. Oh my gosh.
Now if anybody is interested in joining the Discord server that kind of made this whole thing possible, we don't have a sponsor. The whole thing is just brought to you by 1v1magic.com, which is the Magic Discord that Mike and I started back pretty early in 2020, just to create a place for magicians to be able to hang out and meet each other from all around the world. And so far we've grown much bigger than we could have imagined. You know, we're at 400 members, over 400 now, and you know, still growing. So if you'd like to join and be a part of the magic community with us and hang out, jam, meet new magicians, then go to 1v1magic.com and you can hang out with us. And if you haven't
lots
already,
of other community events.
Yes, we have a lot of other community events coming up that are also going to be chances for members of the community to kind of have a little spotlight. So, also, if you haven't yet and you're in the page, if you could give a follow to the Twitch, we'd really appreciate it, as well as to Mike's Twitch and to Chloe on Instagram. And Giselle has been linking all of our socials and everything in the chat. So, all right, let's get into our next set of competitors. We have Houdini. Her name is Chelsea versus Rhys. Rhys is a guy that's been a part of the Magic Discord for a couple months now. So let's bring him in. Hey. Can you hear us?
Hey guys.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
All righty.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Wait, I'm supposed to.
Yeah, you every time you guys switch channels, you unfortunately have to press the camera button again. So
Sure, it turns on.
just keep that in mind.
I can't find the camera button.
Are you on a laptop or a phone?
I'm on a phone.
Okay, if you go into where the meeting is, where you can see us, if you just tap on your phone, the camera option should kind of pop up. Well, that was not the button, but we'll bring her back in.
That was not the right button.
All right, can you see us, Chelsea?
It's off again. No. So, on my phone, how do I switch to the room where I see you all?
So if you go to can you see Mike? Oh well, you can't see me. So okay, if you scroll on the list that's on the left side, and you tap on 1v1 Magic, you'll be able to see the room that you're in right now. And
Okay.
Okay, and then do you see us?
On. Oh, yes.
You see us,
Wait.
and then there should be a camera button, and
Yeah.
perfect. There we go.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
Awesome.
Hey Chelsea.
There we go. No worries.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
No worries at all.
Awesome. So we're very excited to see both of you. I believe Chelsea's up first, right?
Yes, Chelsea is up first. So Chelsea, there's the thumbs up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, the floor is yours. Timer starts now.
Okay. All right, what I need you to do, my lovely assistant, is I'm going to riffle through the deck and you're going to tell me when to stop. Are you ready?
Yes.
Too slow. Ready?
Stop.
Okay, ready? Go.
And stop.
Okay, take a look at your card.
Yep.
Memorize it. All right. Now, what I need you to do is take your imaginary gun. You got an imaginary gun? You're going to take a bullet out of the air. You're going to load your gun. You're going to cock it. All right? You're going to aim at the center of the deck. And when I count to 3, you're going to say, bang. You're going to shoot the center of the deck. Your card's going to fly out of the deck and land in my hand. Would that be cool?
That'd be dope.
All right. You cocked it. You loaded it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bang.
You know what I think is wrong? You didn't put on your imaginary glasses. I need you to put on your imaginary glasses. I need you to put those on.
How did you do that?
Glasses
Wait.
on for me?
Okay. I got him.
Lovely.
I got
Yes.
him.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, get your imaginary gun. Load it. Cock it. Are you ready?
Yes.
And 1, 2, 3.
Bang.
Okay, hold on. Something must be wrong. Usually, it... Was this your card?
That was my card.
You got it! Sharpshooter. Very good. All right. Yes, yes. For our next thing, we have a guest. All the way from the city of Mexico. It is Hernando, the world's strongest flea. Yes. Hernando has been traveling far and wide, so he's very tired. Is it okay if he rests on your shoulder while I introduce his act?
My shoulder or
Is that
anybody
okay
else's?
with you? Anybody's shoulder.
Sure. Sure.
All right. I'm gonna let him rest on your shoulder. There you go. All right. Hernando today will perform 3 feats of daring do. First, he will deadlift this rope. Then he will walk across the tightrope. He'll walk back to the middle. He'll do a jump in the air. He will do 3 flips, and then he will land. He will go to the end of the rope, and then he will do the leap of death. When I say the leap, you say ooh. When I say of death, you say ah. The leap
Ooh.
of death.
Ah.
All right, Hernando, we're ready for you. All right, I'll put him on the end here. Are you ready, Hernando? And 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on. Are you ready? He wasn't ready, folks. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, this is a little embarrassing. This is one of your fleas. It happens all the time, folks. Hernando, are you ready? Let me double check. It is him. All right, Hernando, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
He's strong.
Oh, Hernando will now walk the tightrope to the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now it is time for the leap.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
Of death.
Ah.
All right, Hernando, lift the rope. Higher. Oh, guys, I don't know. Guys, he needs encouragement. Higher, cheer him
Higher.
up.
You can do it, Fernando.
Higher, Hernando. Yeah, Hernando.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's show business, folks. Next time, if I want to bring the house down, I'll use termites. Thank you so much for coming to the show. You've been an amazing audience. I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you,
Great job.
Chelsea. Alrighty. We're going to jump in our little deliberation room and we will see you real soon. Hang tight.
People in the chat are saying rest in peace.
let's, let's get a rip in chat for Hernando.
Oh, man.
Bless up.
Oh.
Wow. So the only thing that was bothering me throughout the entire performance was that the frame was just so narrow. Like I would have really loved to have been able to see more. I mean, if she could have moved her camera back a little and just got more in frame. But other than that, though, like so good. Her energy was like translating very well. She was funny, had very comedic moments, and quick on her feet, really. But yeah.
And you can tell that she has a lot of experience with performing, probably for like family audiences, like performing for all ages. Like that's something that any age could get. You know, I'm sure that if and we clearly loved Reza and Alex's acts, but if you were to have a mentalism to try to perform that for kids, I'm sure that they would have a very difficult time keeping their attention and enjoying it for the whole time. Sure. Whereas like that was something that was consistently entertaining and could work for audiences of all ages.
Yeah, I agree.
I loved it. She was fun. She was, she was very, what's the word? Like she drew you in, like you got on board with whatever she was doing, which sometimes doesn't always happen. Sometimes people say stuff and you just, for some reason, you don't want to go along with them. And I don't know what it is, but I think because you liked her and you went along with everything, and she already did something in the beginning that you were like, okay, she's done a piece of magic that was great. So now we'll go along this story with her. I just would have liked her to call out the people. Obviously, it's when you're doing this live, you don't really need to call out people in their name, or you don't know their name, but you can just like look at someone and they know you're talking to them. So I would have liked her to go, my assistant Blaze, or can I put Mike? Can I put the flea on your shoulder? Like just say the person's name. Like we're all here to go along with whatever she's going to do. So just call on the people. We're not going to say no. So that was my only thing, but that's just the difference between doing live and online. But no, she was energetic and it was fun and it was playful. She has like great like expressions. She has such big eyes, which I love when you just like they just say so much and she doesn't even have to say anything, just all the definitely push for more of that. I love that. I thought it was a lot of fun. Different,
all
from
super entertaining. And the thing is, like, that's what this whole thing is about. And like, how would you be able to, if we were judging based on method, you wouldn't be able to compare that to like a card act or whatever, because it's not it's like it's just totally different. It's the skill there is totally in how well she's able to perform, how well she's able to make you suspend your disbelief in even just a theatrical sense of like believing in like this character, and she did a really great job with acting and performing. It was just a really solid performance, super polished all around.
It was
really great job. I'll pull the spreadsheet up for everybody. What were you saying?
I think my only other thing would have been, and I know how hard this is, when you're playing music and speaking, there's such a fight between what the speaker wants to put out. It's like we hear the music, then as soon as you start talking, it pulls away, so you're getting this a little bit. But that's, as we all know, doing online shows is a nightmare. Like it is really hard to get a good balance. So I think maybe play a little thing, do a little intro, and then I could have done without it, to be honest. But it wasn't bad. It just you just get that, in and out. But she's on her phone, like that's great. Like, geez. But I liked her a lot. She was a lot of fun.
All right. So I mean, creativity, originality. I mean, I don't know. Have you guys seen that plot done when it comes to those effects? Because I've seen the stiff rope effect many times, but that kind of
I've
presentation,
seen that multiple times. I've never seen someone incorporate a flea into it, and just the little extra things that she did too. She pulled out a little microscope looking for the flea to make sure it was there. So yeah, she's definitely gonna score high for me on the creativity and entertainment section, for sure. But I don't know who would like to go first.
I could go if you want. Sure. I'll for creativity,
way.
originality, I will go with a. I really enjoyed it. Well, first off, personality is super easy. I'm gonna say that was a 10 for personality. Entertainment level, like super entertaining. I guess like the strength of the magic would be the only thing that I would say could potentially be a bit stronger. But at the same time, it's like I didn't care what trick she was doing because she was just so fun to watch, and I'd love to see her do a full show. So I'm gonna do a 9 for entertainment level, and then creativity, originality. It was super original when it came to presentation, a little bit less when it came to what effects she was doing. I'm teetering between an 8 and a 9 for the creativity, originality, but I feel like I'm not sure on the creativity, originality one. If it's an 8 or a 9.
It's interesting because like and I know we're not comparing, but when we've seen other acts that have done something and it's them and you're finding more about them, or even if they're like we said before about the Lucifer character just being more of that, I don't know. I know she's got 5 minutes and she's obviously, pulling on that character and being, energetic. I don't know. Did you feel that you just wanted? I would have liked the flea bit to have been shorter and like one more thing that was like a different vibe. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't. I don't know why, because she gave us so much too. But
I mean, it was like she. I mean, it was like I felt like I was just at the circus. Like I felt like I was at like some kind of,
100%.
And so she did a really good job of transporting us with the music and with the curtain and everything, and really making it feel like we were there. It's an interesting thing rating her in personality for that, because it's like I'm rating the character that I just saw, but I have no idea what she's like as a person.
So weird. Yeah, like.
Okay. I'm gonna go with actually.
I kind of think too, because she
straight
chose
9s actually. 999.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Sorry, Mike. What did you just say?
I don't know. I was gonna say something like, because like she chose her own routine, like completely. Like this is up to her. No one made her choose that character or anything. I feel like that also kind of shows her personality at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just that quirky kind of upbeat type of person, and that's why that character was so easily portrayable for her.
Portrayed,
yeah. That it didn't take much, because that's her natural personality.
Sure.
I think for my scores, I'm gonna do a 9, 9, 10.
9, 9, 10. 9, 9, 10. Alrighty.
For originality, I put a 9. It's definitely different from anything we've seen today for sure, and I haven't seen anything like that kind of vibe. Then I don't know. Yes, it was entertaining. I don't know. Like, I get why she did the tricks in that order, but she started off strong and then she did something that was completely different. I just wish it was bookended with something else. That's literally it, because obviously we're seeing 5 minutes. We're not, we don't get to see a full show or whatever. That was my only thing, that's why I'm struggling right now. Do you know what I mean? But it was great. I feel I'm just being tough. But yeah, for entertainment, I put an 8, and for personality, I put an 8 as well.
Entertainment 8, personality 8. So
8 and 8, 9, 8, 8.
9, 8. So she has 26.6. She is right now in the lead when it comes to points. 26.6. Let's let her know.
Alrighty.
Hey, Chelsea.
Hello. Can you hear us? Yeah, every time we switch rooms, you'll just have to turn your camera on one more time. I apologize.
I'm really the worst. I apologize. So I went out of one magic room. I really apologize.
No worries.
Should I go to the waiting room?
No, it's okay. I mean, we already did see your performance. We were just gonna let you know that you got the highest score of the night so far. So really great job. You got a 26.6.
Awesome.
Yeah,
yeah. So
we all really enjoyed the performance a lot. The thing that we kept talking about most was just how entertaining you were to watch the entire time from the start to the finish. So yeah, great performance. I guess we'll have to jump into the next competitor now to check out what Rhys has in store for us.
Okay.
So yeah,
Thank you so much.
no problem. If you'd like, you can stay here, and then Blaze can move you into the other channel so you could watch his performance too if you'd like. So,
Oh yeah, I love that.
all right. Give us just one moment while we do so.
Okay, and I promise I'll figure out how to work this better next time. If there's next time. Okay.
No problem. No problem. All right. Let me just.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was so much fun. Thank you for the opportunity.
Alrighty, let's jump down.
Sorry about that.
Alrighty.
Hello. Sorry about that. The snack.
Just snacking. Rhys is snacking.
I mean, what else can you ask? Anyway.
Alrighty. So, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling.
You're feeling. All right. Cool. Well, yeah. If you want to go ahead and just introduce yourself real quick, and then go ahead and give us a thumbs up when you would like the timer to start.
Okay. Well, hi. I'm Rhys. Rhys the Magician on Instagram. Wow, that's a really original name. I know. Anyway.
But Rhys, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to start.
Oh, good.
Your timer starts now. Welcome, Rhys.
So yeah, I'm Rhys, and I love movies. I even use blank DVDs from time to time to keep some of my favorite movies on. And I figured today we'd try something kind of mental with these blank DVDs, a marker, and honest to God psychic power. So we're just going to use those three things. Well, unfortunately, the last thing I couldn't exactly get. I was trying to obtain that thing. I was trying to obtain that ability from reading the Holy Book of Bobos, but it didn't quite go so. So anyway, I have these blank DVDs, and I'm going to ask each of you what your favorite movie is in a certain category. So Blaze, first, I want you to just think about your favorite comedy movie.
All right, I got it.
You've got it in mind. Okay, let me just. Okay, I think I might have a good idea this episode. Okay, and I'm gonna lock it in just by dropping it right here. Make sure it's still in view here. Okay. And Blaze, for the first time, name out what comedy movie did you think of?
I just went with tried and true Elf.
Elf. There you go, Will Ferrell classic Christmas movie. That's actually my favorite Christmas movie. Personally, my favorite comedy movie, Spaceballs.
Oh,
Mel
good
Brooks.
choice.
That's my favorite personally. But anyway, Chloe.
Yes.
Now I ask you to think about something for me. Can I ask you to think about your favorite horror movie? Do you like horror movies? Scary? Not really.
Let me think. Oh, I can think of one. Yeah, I can think of one.
No.
I got one.
Do you have one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be more difficult. Okay. And we're gonna lock it in. Just by going right down there. And what was your favorite horror movie?
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon. I have not actually seen that movie.
Oh, it's an oldie.
Personally, I go for some classics. Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, not that old, kind of retro '80s horror movies. But and Mike, you know, I've got to ask you as well. Mike, I'm gonna have to ask you something. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I want you to think about your favorite Star Wars movie. If you Star Wars, like Star
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Wars movie. Okay, and I think I've got it right. Hold on. Okay, we are going to go
I got the highest score in it.
with this right. Okay. And now it's locked it in. And those are our 3 movie selections here. So first we had 3 different movies named. Okay. First off, Blaze, you had named what was your favorite comedy movie? You had said Elf, which is very interesting. Now, Chloe, you had named what was your favorite? You named your favorite horror movie, which was Red Dragon. Now that's interesting. And now, Mike, you had named you didn't name it. What was your favorite Star Wars movie?
It was Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. That's interesting. Hold on. This is
Playing Me.
That's strange. You know, actually, I happen to have a portable DVD player here I use for road trips.
Oh man.
So you can actually put DVDs inside here and play them. Here, let me put this in. Boop. We got that inside there. And I can lock it in like that. Of course, it is important to keep security on these things. So I gotta have a password lock on it. Of course, being a fan of Spaceballs, my password is super secure at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta be the most secure password of all time, in my personal opinion, anyway. But anyway, you had named any Star Wars movie, and hopefully it should be coming up on the disc here. Oh, look at that! It's the Fox. It's Fox. Oh boy, and there's something coming up. And what is that? Hold on. We're gonna turn this on. Lucasfilms. That's interesting. So it's a Star Wars movie, essentially. And like a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away.
That
so we're talking
Star
like
Wars.
I don't know the 70s here.
It has to be Star Wars, yeah.
Oh, we get Star Wars movie. That's interesting. This copyrighted music. I can't use it on the live stream, unfortunately. Dude. But right here, something should come up.
Episode 3.
Revenge of the Sith.
Like that.
Nice, man.
Awesome.
Great job, dude.
But that you guys have some great taste in movies, I can tell you that much.
Alrighty,
Awesome.
we're
Thank you
gonna
very
jump
much.
into the other room, and we will see you real soon. Wow, I've never seen Rhys like perform a full routine before. I think he did a really good job.
Me neither. That was wow, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Huh.
I like.
I
him
didn't see
playing
that coming where the DVD was going to say "Play Me" and he was going to put the DVD in. That was a really cool twist at the end. Instead of just having the typical, name written on the disc. I like how he kind of did something a little different than that.
Yeah.
Very different and visual. There goes my pen.
Yeah, that was really cool. I wasn't expecting it to. I mean, what I loved is that everything made sense in this, the story he was trying to tell. He made it about movies. He started off just saying, "I love movies," and he's wearing the Star Wars shirt at the beginning. Like you can tell that he's got all this movie stuff all around him. Doing the thing with DVDs. At first, I thought he was gonna do some kind of like CD manipulation, and it was cool that he just made it more of like a mentalism kind of piece, and took a principle that I've never seen applied to CD or DVD magic, and then and applied it to that. So.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Oh man. What a good performance.
I like the whole DVD thing at the end, and that being the reveal.
Does anybody else feel like they wish they could have seen a magic moment happen sooner?
I feel that.
Well, that's the only problem when you're doing the principle that he used. That's the problem, because have to go a certain distance before you can,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Which is my only problem with that method, because it's like, oh, I just want something sooner.
Yeah.
And then also like playing the DVD, it's like you're waiting and you're like, it better be right. Like it's that.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
you know
so
what's gonna
much build up,
happen.
and then it was just like, okay, so it's 20th Century Fox, okay, and it says it's Lucasfilms, and now it says a Galaxy, you know, and then it's like, okay, and now we got to it, so, you know, and the whole thing of like him literally needing to put a DVD in, and we watch him play it. I still thought that it was really fun, and it was and it was cool. Him being like, oh, let's turn the lights off so you can see, you know, and it felt like we were just about to watch a movie. He actually messaged me beforehand. He was like, "Oh, can I do any copyrighted music?" And I was like, "Oh no, we can't." And then needed to add that to the rules page of that we had to do royalty-free music, because I think he wanted to have the Star Wars soundtrack in there. But that was funny that he was just like ba 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 ba.
Yeah, good improvise.
I can't even think like how could it have been bumped up? Like I know you said having magic sooner. I don't know. It's like I don't know, something like this is whole adding a lot of other methods and stuff, but even if like he had Star Wars on his shirt and he turned around, he's like, yeah, I really love Star Wars, he shows you the thing. But also like I know he always said he hadn't heard of Red Dragon, but almost like he turned around and on the back of like the other two movies, or like something that takes us back to that,
Some
that's
kicker,
like
yeah.
you're then throwing it, which seems to be the thing that I always say is like having an extra kick. But yeah, but I like the reveal. Like I like the way how he did the reveal, and it's like an old DVD player, because we know what tech's like now, and how sneaky we can be with that stuff. So it's nice to kind of go back. DVDs are like practically vintage now. It's like ridiculous. But I enjoyed it, and he, you know, he was nice, and he, you know, he was confident in what he was doing. So yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody have their scores ready?
I'm working on it. I'm just thinking of the personality category, because like I feel like he did kind of show personality in saying that he's a big movie person, and you know, like being a fan of Star Wars and stuff like that, wearing the shirt and all that. I feel like his personality did come through, although I feel like man, I don't know, it's kind of like one of the earlier acts that we saw, where it's just like there's like one tiny little like missing ingredient, and I feel like that could have just boosted it way.
I think it needed one more magic moment. I think it was a long build up before the first magic moments, you know, of getting the CDs right, and then there was just the, you know, the reveal with, because I mean, in the end, it was that he got 3 DVDs right, you know, and so it's like you hope that from, you know, 30 seconds into it, once you know he's writing on DVDs, you hope that that's going to be the ending, that he gets them all right. And so I wish that there was just one ending that was a little bit extra or less predictable. Obviously, the play me was unpredictable. We didn't expect that, but you know, it was still like we were hoping he was going to get it right. So I would love if there was another just moment that really, you know, catches you off guard, either at the beginning or at the end, you know, to really take it over the top.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'll go first with my score.
Okay.
I think the way that he did things with his creativity and originality, I'm gonna put that at. It was a toss up between 8 and 9, but I think I'm gonna put it at a 9. And because of what we had just discussed, I feel like there was just like that one small thing missing. So the entertainment, I'm gonna put that at an 8. And then personality was a very tough one for me to judge, because it was a toss up between an 8 and 9 as well. But I feel like for the type of act that he had, there was only so much that he could do within the realm of movies and showing his personality without going so off track that would be distracting. I feel like he, you know, did a pretty good job with that. So I'm gonna do a 9 for personality.
Nice.
I even like just thinking about like what the thing is it's very hard with mentalism because if you're gonna mix like magic with it, it's like that weird balance of does the magic take away from the mentalism? If I do a visual trick, like magic trick, not mentalism, is that then gonna take away from the mentalism that I'm about to do? Like it's a weird thing. But I just wish there was some like I can't even think of a good thing right now, but even if he said any guess what my favorite movie is or da 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 and I said it and like it didn't have to be right, like it could have been like, oh well actually it's this, and like then it appeared on the shirt or just some, or like that DVD appeared, or I just needed summon at the beginning like we all said, but yeah, I did 8s across the board for everything.
It's across the board. I thought that it was, yeah, I thought pretty much across the board. I liked, I really liked the fact he did use the DVD player and made that different. I've never seen anybody use that kind of thing in a Magic moment, so I thought that was pretty cool. So, and I also really like that everything worked together in the whole plot. You know, everything was about movies, and then everything had to do with movies. All the jokes that showed his personality were movie related. So I would go 8, 8, 9. 9 for
8, 8,
personality.
9. All right.
Yeah. So that gives him a score of 25, which is super high, but unfortunately it's less than Chelsea's score, 6.6. So. All right.
Alrighty.
You guys ready to jump back in? Let's let them know.
Yes, let's let.
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, hey.
Hello there.
Hey
Hello
guys.
there. What are you playing? What are you watching? You're
Hello?
watching. Hello there.
I'm still watching.
He's still
He's just been
watching.
watching the movie the whole
He's
time.
just been watching the
Oh,
movie
crap.
this whole time. Well,
All right.
Rhys, what a great performance, man.
Well, thank you.
We gave
did you
yeah.
did you mute Chelsea?
I did earlier. She muted herself this time.
All right,
Yeah,
there we
I
go.
muted myself.
There it is. It's back.
Alrighty. So, Rhys, you got a really high score, and if you had been matched up against a lot of the competitors in this competition so far, you would have won the 1v1 because you got 25 points, one of the highest scores we've gotten so far today. Really, really good job, dude. We thought your personality was really great and shined through, especially with all of the jokes about movies and everything, and we love that the act all worked together so well, that everything made sense together. You told a story, and all the magic or all the mentalism that you chose totally fit in its place. Chelsea did get a score of 26.6, so congratulations, Chelsea. You are moving on to the next round, but you both should be super proud of your performances, and thank you for jumping in and sharing that with us.
Yes. Amazing
Thank you so
performances.
much.
And again, if you guys could watch the replay on YouTube or on the stream, there's some really great stuff that the judges had to say in regards to both performances. So hopefully you can check that out. But yeah, great job, guys. It was so fun to watch from the both of you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
We're going to move you back to the waiting room, and let's bring in our next competitors. All right. Actually, I need to talk with Mike privately for a second about something really, really quick, which is just, or I can talk with Chloe as well, about the fact that one of our next competitors has just gotten sick and just informed me that they can't make it today. So I want to just make sure that the decision I was planning to make is the right decision. So we will be back. You'll be able to see us. You'll be able to see the spreadsheet, but we'll be back just in a couple seconds. I'm just going to mute us on the stream. Alrighty, so we are back, and we are really excited that we are going to have our two performers be facing off against each other. And let's bring in Dom. Hey Dom, how's it going, man?
Hello.
Dom,
hello.
can you hear
Dom,
us?
can you hear us?
Dom. Hey Dom.
Oh, camera's
Oh.
coming on.
Camera's coming on.
There we go.
Hey Dom.
How are you?
Hey. Good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Cool.
Dom, we are
see
super
you.
excited to see your performance. So I'll let you know that the situation is that the person that was originally in the schedule, Jack Murdoch, he ended up getting really sick today. So he's unable to compete in the competition. But we still don't think that it would be fair to anybody in the competition to just bring somebody straight to round 2. We think that it would be fair if you got to perform against somebody. And there's actually, how old are you?
I'm 13.
What did you say? 13 or 14? You're really quiet.
13.
13. So there's also a kid that I believe is either 12 or 13 that's from the Netherlands, and he pre-recorded his video today because he wasn't going to be able to make his time slot for tomorrow. So we were planning to have both of you go up against head-to-head, where we have you do a live performance, and I also only allowed him one take. He had to do it live. It was just a couple hours ago. So is that cool if we have your live performance and then we play his video and we react to both in the moment? Alrighty, Dom. So Dom, the floor is yours. The spotlight's all on you, and I will start your time. Let me know when you're ready. All good. Make sure you talk a little loudly. It's tough to hear you.
Okay.
And I'll turn you up for the stream.
Is this good?
Yep.
Is this good? All right.
Mhm.
Sweet. So I've been doing magic for a couple of months now, and I think I'd probably show you. So, I'm gonna be doing 2 magic tricks, and by the way, I'm gonna be using 1 card for both of them. So I don't want to know your card until the very end. All right. So, Blaze, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run my finger over these cards, and I want you to say stop anywhere you want. Okay?
Okay. Stop.
Right here, this card.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, like I said before, we're gonna be using this 1 card the entire time. Okay?
Okay.
So this is your card. I'm gonna look away.
All right.
Can you see it?
Yep. I got it.
Right. All right. So remember that. So I'm gonna say stop anywhere you want. Okay? So I want you to say stop.
You want me to say stop? Stop.
Oh yeah, sorry, please.
Okay.
Say
Yeah.
stop anywhere you want.
Stop.
Right here? Okay, so I'm just gonna put your card in right here, okay?
All right.
Mash it. Alright. So now I'm gonna say stop again, and we're just gonna kind of make sure it's not at the same spot. So just go a little bit over it, okay? So I want you to say stop again.
Stop.
Right here? A little bit different than last time. Oh, you could have said stop anywhere you want. So the extraordinary thing about this is you could have said stop anywhere you wanted, and you stopped at your card. Okay? Okay, so okay, for the second trick, okay? I learned this is your card still, by the way. For the second trick, I saw this thing on YouTube where this guy, so what he did was put the card on top of the deck. He said to shuffle the cards, okay? Okay. Oh, and then he said give the deck a quick shuffle. Okay, so you see that it's not the top cards, right? None of these. Right?
Yep.
Okay. And then you'll also see that it's not the bottom right one, right?
Not the bottom.
Right? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go through, okay? And so basically what he said is he said just cards like this and see how they're getting interwoven with each other?
Mm-hmm.
That? Right?
All mixed up.
Okay. Yeah, all mixed up, okay? And so all I had to do was scrub the deck, okay? And then you'll see that there are cards that are like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if I go, you'll also see that there are cards that are like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
and then you also see that they're mixed up because each side is like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I had to do was just get a quick cut, snap my fingers, and then all of the cards go back to normal, except one card. And then, is it your card?
Is that?
I don't
Is it?
think
Oh, shoot.
so.
Did I mess it up?
Is that my card? Did I have a second card for the second trick?
No.
One card? Then
No, yeah.
no, but find the card and do a color change. You can do it. I believe in you. Find the card and do a color change. You can do it.
Yeah.
You have a minute left.
I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't really know.
I had the Jack of Diamonds.
What was it?
Yes, I had the Jack of Diamonds.
What was the card?
Jack of Diamonds.
Jack of Diamonds? Okay. Well, you see, okay, 7 of Hearts, right?
Yep.
7 of Hearts.
Yep.
Okay. Take it. Your card.
Nice.
Nice.
Bam. Good job, Dom. You saved it.
Good job.
You can do it.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you
well,
so
let's
much
jump
for
in.
doing this, Dom. We're going to jump in our little deliberation room and we'll see you soon. All right.
Hey, all right.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
Oh man. By the way, I think it was a King of Diamonds.
I thought it was a King of Diamonds too.
Oh, I thought, okay,
But-
it was the King of Diamonds. Well, the first trick, it went right. It doesn't matter at this point. It just wasn't a 5. I was like, did I forget? Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, so I did forget anyways. I thought for some reason I remembered to move that. It was tough to tell what the cards were. That was a special deck.
No, yeah, it was like the lighting was kind of flushing out the deck a little bit too, so it was kind of difficult to see. But I mean,
still,
yeah, that
the
kid
cards
had-
all worked. The cards did all go back the same way. It was a triumph, you know. Maybe there wasn't a single card reverse that happened to be my card, but it washed it out at first, and I didn't even notice there was a card reversed at the beginning. So let's just say that it ended where the cards all worked out. Yeah, I mean, it's So the first effect was, yeah, I'm just thinking about the routine. What did you guys think?
You know what? I think it was like pretty good considering his age, and also I think he mentioned too that he just started doing magic like a few months ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know, that takes a lot of courage and a lot of, you know, bravery to
Yeah.
be able to jump on here on a live stream and perform in front of judges for something that you're kind of new at. And so yeah, I mean, I think he handled it well. I mean, I think he was like really tapped into his performance, and he was having a lot of fun while doing so. So yeah, let me I'll think about that's what I have to say, at least. I'll think about my score a little bit though.
Yeah. If he's only been doing magic for a few months, then he has a lot of confidence, and like, especially for that age, like I wasn't even doing magic at that age, and like he already has way more confidence than I did when I started out. And the fact that he would join a tournament and be like, I want to, you know, whatever happens, I want to share my magic and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah. Which is you know, like in the creative category, it's like how it's kind of hard to judge the creative and originality category, because it's like if you're new to magic, usually you're already trying to find magic that already exists and routines and stuff like that. Especially at his age. So, but yeah, I mean, I think though what he picked was good for virtual. I think that I think it was a good pick for virtual.
Yeah, it was a good pick for virtual. So, I think that creativity, originality, it's tough because you are trying to do tricks. Like you're trying to learn at that point. It's like it's
Yeah,
very
you're just-
difficult
yeah,
to
you
try and
can't.
create magic when you're still so early on in learning magic. Like, the basics of the fundamentals of what makes something magical, before you try and make your own trick, you gotta like learn it. And I think that for someone that's been learning magic for a short amount of time, it was really well done.
Mhm.
I'd say that he definitely showed personality, and that was really fun to watch. It's tough to give a score for something like this.
Yeah.
Um, All right.
So who wants to go first?
I don't know if anybody wants to
He's
go.
so young.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like,
It is. It's hard. It's hard. Um,
but there's the other. I know we're not competing, but like comparing. But I'm just saying the other person in this round is young as well, right?
Yes, yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also
So
very
it's
young.
okay. Oh, it's just hard, isn't it? Because he's
You know what?
ballsy. Like that's the thing. Like he has guts.
I think I will go first.
Okay.
All right, I'll just get out of the way. So I really enjoyed it overall. I'm gonna do in order from the chart: creativity, entertainment, personality. I think I'm gonna do 7, 7, 8.
7, 7, 8. Nice. Oh, so I gave you 7, 7, 7. 7, 7, 8. Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice score.
yeah. I really did like his personality. I did.
Mhm.
I did like personality. Yeah, I would give him an 8 for personality as well. I think that it's tough creativity, originality. It was nice that he was taking 2 different effects and making the same selection and like, and combining 2 different plots and smoothly transitioning in. Well, I mean, I don't know necessarily. I should take that back. He did say, "Here's trick 2," so maybe it wasn't necessarily the most smooth transition, but it was for his age. The fact that he did it, it was really good. So I would say, I want to give like I'll go with a. I feel bad throwing a 6 in there, for anything, because of his age. Because I'm also. You're gonna throw one in? Okay. I will also.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do a 6 on the creativity, originality, but I'll do a 7 for entertainment level.
Okay.
And don't hate me, Dom.
It was I think the only reason I'm knocking down a bit is because of the wrong card. That's it. Like, if it just everything had been fine, then I would have. Yeah, it happens. Like, we've all been there. It's not a fun time. So I went. Yeah, no, and he was nice, and he got through it, and he was talking well. Like, so personality, I went with a 7. I mean, he did combine the 2 things, so I did a 7 for that. And then for entertainment, I did drop down for a 6. So 7, 6, 7.
7, 6, 7.
7, 6, 7. All right, 7, 6, 7. And we get a final score of 21, which is not the lowest score in the competition. He would have beaten a couple other people in the competition. So we'll drag him back in and talk to him.
All right.
Hey, Dom. Can you hear us?
There it goes.
Hey.
I believe you're muted. Awesome. Hey.
Hi.
All right. So, we had a lot to talk about. I think the thing that all of the judges agreed on the most was your enthusiastic personality that really came through for us the most. It was, top quality personality. The fact that you're so young, and you also mentioned that you were new to Magic as well, only been doing it a few months too. That goes to show a lot. Like, that's a really brave thing that you did, jumping into a tournament, performing in front of judges, and live stream and stuff like that. So, shout out to you. You did awesome. I think Blaze has the score on his spreadsheet.
Yes. So, your score overall was an average of 21 points. So if you had been paired up against some of the people in the competition, you would have won that round. So really well done. And so right now we're going to just play a video, and then we'll react to that. But really well done, man. Especially your personality was our favorite thing, and it's amazing, especially if you're new to Magic. You did a really good job, and you have a lot of confidence and really smooth performer for your age. So awesome, dude. And I'd recommend checking back on the feedback that we had while we were talking about it. So now I'm going to go to this. I'm going to also just set it so that you all can hear the output of this pre-record, and here we go. All right, and now coming at us live from the Netherlands is Fabian, known as the 41 on Discord. The floor is yours, Fabian. Take it away. Your time starts now.
Okay. Here I have a prediction card, but it's not a normal prediction because this actually has 4 predictions on it. And each prediction is represented by a symbol. These symbols match with these 4 symbols on these blue cards. I'm gonna mix them up, and Blaze, I want you to just name a number from 1 to 4 to pick.
Let's make sure that you can see. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go with 2. And
sorry
about that.
Sorry, I
you can see. You can see.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna look away, and I want you to just note what symbol it is.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Now we put these cards away. Now you've selected your prediction, but I don't know what prediction is. That's different than with most prediction tricks, because then there either is one prediction or no prediction. But I'll not get into that now. I'm gonna just... Now I want you to select 2 cards. Each prediction exists out of 2 cards and 2 numbers. I'll get into that later. I'm gonna riffle through the deck, and I want you to say stop at any time you want.
Alright, stop.
Here?
Okay.
And this is the first card. Now, mostly I'll just make a fan and have a spectator just tap any card they like. But since the technology isn't there to transfer through my screen, I'll just pick a card myself and then say if you like.
Okay.
Do you like this card?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. Then this is the second card.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the second card back into the deck. But in a way, I can't pull any breaks. So now I don't have any breaks, and I don't know where your card is in the deck. I'm gonna do a very slow opening shuffle so you can see them actually mixing up the cards.
All right.
Now the second card, I'm gonna put on top of the deck. I'm going to do an overhand shuffle, and after that a river shuffle.
Okay.
Now the cards are mixed up. Now I'm going to go back to the prediction. As I said, each prediction has 2 cards and 2 numbers. This basically means that I'm gonna do a card at a number, but then I have 2 numbers and 2 cards. Blaze, what was the symbol you chose at the beginning of the trick?
I chose the plus sign.
Okay, that means that the prediction you have, I'm gonna read it up, is the green one, and that says the tree and the H and the G and the S. I'm gonna bring it to the camera. Here it is.
Oof, that's
And
tough to
that
see.
means that
Can you bring it a little bit away?
yeah.
A little bit away? I think it's too close.
Can you see it?
Is that a J and S? 3A?
Yes, and here, yes.
Gotcha.
So that means 3 of hearts and the Jack of spades. Were those your cards?
Yes, those were my cards.
That's pretty incredible. But it's got a number, which means we have to count down to the numbers. I'm gonna bring it here, and I hope you can see it. But here it says 10, the first one,
Okay.
and the second one is 31.
All right. I'll trust you.
So if we're counting down, then this is card number 10, 11, 12. And this is card 31. Now, if the prediction is right, this should be your cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
First one,
Nice.
3 of hearts. And the second one is the Jack of spades.
Nice. Very good, man. Awesome. Is English your first language? What is your first language?
My first language is Dutch.
Alrighty,
That's
can you
even
hear me?
more impressive.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
Amazing. Thank you for being a part of this, man. That's awesome. Okay, so that's our performance.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Do you want to jump in the judges' room?
Yes, let's jump in the judge's room. Let's talk about it. All right.
I will.
Well, we're in the judge's room. Let's drag Dom out for a little bit. We'll talk about it. See you soon.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That happens every day.
Yes. Well.
Yeah,
what did you
sorry,
guys
my
think?
bad. I didn't realize it was playing on Twitch, so I was like,
Oh,
looking
no,
around
no worries.
thinking
I
what was
should have put it on the Discord screen. That was my bad. So you didn't have
No
to
worries.
wait with the delay. But yeah, what did you guys think?
Um,
Again, it's one of those things where like it's really cool that they're doing this type of stuff at such a young age. That type of routine is like a routine that you would see an adult doing with the prediction and just like the type of methods and stuff that routine requires. I feel like I know not to compare again, but from Dom to this person, the entertainment level was higher on Dom, just because he had more of an eccentric personality. He had a little bit more engaging, and I would have liked to have seen that more in this kid's one. What was his name again?
His name was Fabian.
You remember?
Yeah. Fabian.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the just the energy level was a little stale. And I mean, if it for a 12-year-old, I mean, he should be raving with energy and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, and
so
also
like,
the fact that he's not I mean, English isn't his first language, so he was definitely, thinking about that. And being 12 and doing a performance in a tournament in a language that's not your first language, that's like pretty insane. Like, really awesome.
It is, yeah. And we always make a a side note on if language isn't your first language. That's something to kind of think about in the score as well. So anyways though, yeah, like again, it's hard to judge these type of things because like there's a lot to consider here.
Yeah, I mean, I have my scores already. If you want to, and then I can give you guys
let's
some
hear
time
yours.
to think.
Go for it.
So I thought originality, I gave him a 7 because I thought that he actually did construct a routine himself. which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm actually even teetering between it being a 7 and an 8 for that one, because he did do his own unique routine. When it comes to entertainment level, I thought that it was a 6, especially if we were to speak comparatively to Dom's. I felt like it was a bit less exciting, and he didn't show his personality as much as Dom did. So I put 7, 6, 7. Although creativity, originality, I'm teetering between a 7 and an 8, and maybe after I hear what you guys have to say, I might be swayed to an 8. But that was what I put.
Yeah. I agree. Like creativity, originality is probably the category that's going to score the highest from us. Just because, like, again, young age with, like, it's hard to come up with like crazy routines on your own and stuff like that without. But anyways, so I'm gonna put that at an 8 for creativity and originality. Like the things we mentioned earlier. I feel like there could have been a little bit more entertainment in there. So I'm gonna put entertainment at a 6. And then I don't know too well. Maybe it was the personality was a tough one for me to try to figure out too. But I think I'm gonna put that as at a 6 as well.
Okay.
That's the thing, because it's so hard, because it just, with like more practice, more time, and like he could bang through it a lot quicker if he's not worrying so much about the speaking. Then he'll be more relaxed, he'll just fly through it. But it worked, it was great. Get a Sharpie to write the prediction so we can see it better. That improves that instantly. But like, yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it?
But his trick did work.
Harder. Yeah, but that's
It did work.
the problem.
His trick
That's
did
the thing.
work,
I'm to be
It's tough.
I mean, but yeah, I think, to be coming up with that sort of thing, especially at that age, is, I mean, geez.
Right.
But yeah, for me, the only thing that it let it down a little bit was just like the pacing and the energy. That was it. But like, fine if obviously he's having to think, and it's not his first language, great. But I think even a bit more energy, not necessarily speaking faster, just give me some energy with it. But it's a lot. Like, it is a lot.
It is, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And again, it's just like so much courage and bravery to like even to be able to do this, and especially being from another country too, with it's not your native language, to be able to jump into a tournament too. It shows a lot. If anything, maybe that's his personality there. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Okay, let me put mine in then. Okay, so for creativity and originality, I did put an 8. I mean, everything worked. It had layers. Like, so for entertainment, I'm gonna do a 7. But for me, personality definitely dropped. But that's like, it's just time and practice and whatever it is. So I did drop for like a 6 for that.
Yeah. So.
But it's just time and practice. It's not,
Yeah. So our scores ended up being a 20 from me, a 20 from Mike, and a 21 from Chloe. So he ends up with a 20.3. So Dom does get to move forward in the competition.
So, okay. Well, all right. Yeah, cool. Let's jump back over to 1v1 and break it.
What's okay, sorry. Oh, I brought him into the judges. Sorry, I messed up.
I was the only one that went to
1v1. Hey, Dom. So, again, we already told you got a score of 21. Great job. We just watched that act, and we thought that the biggest difference between the two acts was that you showed much more of your personality. And because of that, regardless of, the little hiccups and things, we thought that you still did a really great performance overall, and you got a score of 21. The other competitor got a score of 20.3, so you are moving on to the competition round 2. So We're really excited to have you.
Thank
Man.
you.
So great job, dude.
Yeah, congratulations, and looking forward to seeing.
What did you say?
Next time I do it, my trick will work. Don't worry.
Awesome. We're excited to see what you do next. So, awesome, man. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Being a part of this, and now I'm going to need to I'm gonna move you back into the waiting room, and we're gonna have a little discussion. Alrighty, so this is a discussion that normally I would mute my mic for, but I just want to make the audience aware that our one of our next competitors is a no-show. So Mark, who I was super excited, this was the 1v1 I was super excited for, was about if it was going to be Adam Parisi versus Mark Chaotic. Mark is a coin beast, and I was so excited to see what he was going to do, but unfortunately, he's a no-show. So I'll reach out to him afterwards. The moderators that have been in the other chat, they've been messaging over and over trying to get a hold of him. I've been messaging trying to get a hold of him for a while. And so we now have two options, and I think that the mods have made a decision. We were talking about potentially Leo stepping in and doing the competition, but I think that that we have two options. So I'm gonna jump into the other room. I'm gonna ask them what they think, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm gonna just talk to them and see.
Okay.
We've got a potential other competitor that would be up for it. Okay. So I'm gonna jump in.
Nice.
Hey guys.
Blaze.
Hey.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting Carmel. How do you say it? I say.
Yeah. So Leo, are you cool with that? That was my only question, because I know I said like I would be cool with it if you wanted to perform, but it's really up to you if you if you're cool with Caramel jumping in the spot.
If Caramel wants a spot, then I mean, give it to him. I guess I just got ready and everything, but it's fine.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I reached out to Caramel, and then you sent me the mess. Oh man. We can see Leo was ready to perform. Leo is a staff member on the server. I feel like it would probably make more sense if Leo, we featured you in the spotlight that the showcase we're going to be doing soon, and if Caramel, considering he originally did sign up to compete, if Caramel then did kind of end up being a competitor. So we have Adam Parisi going up against Caramel, another coin beast. And I'm really excited to see them go up against each other. And sorry about that confusion.
Let's
Leo,
do.
But let's do
No,
it.
don't even worry about it, man.
All right, so
We got a coin.
Adam's going in here. All righty, everybody. So we have the final. We have the final matchup of the evening. Adam, are you there?
Yes.
All right. So we have Adam Parisi. We have Caramel, who jumped in literally a minute ago. After I was DMing him. I let him know that his buddy Mark didn't show up. I don't know what's going on with Mark, if he's all right. He's reading Bobos.
1 second, I'm trying to learn coin magic real quick.
He's reading Bobos.
I'm trying to learn coin magic. I got it almost.
Hey, Bobo! Bobo 13!
Bobo 13!
All right, so we now have, in place of Mark, another coin beast. I don't know if he's going to be doing coins, but someone who is jumping into the competition last second, Eric, also known as Caramel. But Adam, you are up first. So, Adam, are you ready? This will also give Caramel to decide what he's gonna do. Because this is super last
something
second.
that I always do, probably. I don't know. Thank you,
Yeah.
Caramel. Thank you, Caramel, for jumping in. Thank you so much. By the
Yes,
way.
sir. I hope you do great.
So,
Yes,
Adam, sorry about all
before
that
my time
confusion.
begins, I just want-
yeah.
Yeah, before we begin, I just want to let you guys know, the judges, I don't know if this is going to influence you at all, but I am 12 years old and I don't speak English, and I've been doing magic for about 3 hours only.
Okay.
So, that's it.
All right.
Oh.
So we are super excited to
All right,
have
you can start
you.
the time. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. The timer goes now.
Perfect. All right. Well, I want to say, first of all, thank you guys so much for having this competition. It gives me something to do besides distance learn with my two daughters. I've reached the absolute end of the 5th grade math that I know, and I'm losing a lot of credibility with my daughter right now. So this is really good. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I am Adam Precy, and I'm a comedy magician. Now, a lot of people ask me, they say, Adam, what's a comedy magician? We know David Copperfield and David Blaine, but what's a comedy magician? And I say, thank you, man, at the unemployment office for asking. A comedy magician is somebody who expertly blends the sleight of hand and misdirection of magic with the wit and timing of comedy, and somehow they get paid less than a comic or a magician. I wish that wasn't so true. I wish it wasn't so true. I'll reveal something else about me, a shocking and incredible statement. I don't like animals. I know a bunch of you are going to be like, boo, boo, right? I don't have the gene. I'm not a dog guy. I'm not a cat guy. I don't like animals, right? I don't hate them. If you've got a dog, I'm not going to come to your house and kick it. That's not what I'm doing, right? I just don't really want a pet, which puts me at direct odds with my 2 daughters, right? I have a 5-year-old, almost 6. If she lives that long, she's pushing it. And a 10-year-old, and they really, really, really want a pet. So I said, fine, we'll do it this way. We'll write down every animal that we could even think of to have as a pet. And tonight on the 1v1 magic competition, that I will have one of the judges pick for me, for our family, our first pet ever. No pressure. We wrote down on some index cards here. I'll get a little bit close. Some animals that we could have. We have a dog, classic, cat, a bunny. We have a llama. Llamas are really big right now with the 10-year-olds. We have unicorn. My 5-year-old is infatuated. She's got pajamas, everything. Mouse, gerbil, duck, spider, a bunch of different animals. They really are all different. If you were here, you could check them out. Hamster, turtle. Not only are we going to use those cards, those index cards, but we're going to use a brown paper bag. And one of the judges, Mike, we're going to pick on you. Mike, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I want you to choose one of these animals. Let me randomize the animals. Now, the reason why you're going to pick one of these cards and not just naming animals, because I could have stalked you on Instagram or Facebook and known that you're like a really big dog guy or really big cat guy. And instead, I just want you to have a completely free choice. I'm going to open up the bag here, and I'm going to take cards and drop them into the bag. And at any time, I want you to say stop, and you'll get the next card here. Why this card? Because I have a monitor right here, and I can see the animals. I don't want to be influenced. So anytime you go ahead and say stop, this is time, so please help me out.
Stop.
Right. Next card, I said. Next card. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to turn away. Is it right side up?
It's not, but I could read it. I got you.
You got it?
Yeah.
Well, look at you. All right. We're going to go ahead and put it right there. No break. I really don't want to know where it is or what it is, and put the rest of them inside as well. Now, Mike, I'm not going to ask you anything else about this animal. I'm just going to try to glean this information from you, right? Perfect. Send it to me. I'm thinking I'm getting it. I think I get it. Now, if I reach inside this bag right now and pull out one card and it is the same animal that you're just thinking of right now, that would be kind of cool. But you could say that if I reach into this bag and pull out one card, I'm doing something inside the bag. I have all of the cards kind of marked, a bird, or there's something special on them. And I know what cards you took, and I'm feeling around inside the bag for it. So instead, I'm going to seal the bag shut with a nail. This will stop me from going inside the bag and doing any type of manipulation. And now we're going to find your animal. Are you ready, Mike? Send the animal to me. All right, here we go. Now, even with the nail and the bag, if I still reached inside and pulled out one card and when it was yours, you could still say, my hands went inside the bag and I did some type of manipulation. So instead, we're going to take out all ability to manipulate the cards inside of the bag. And we're going to take the nail and the bag, shake it up, and we're going to nail it, one second, right to my face. That is a bag nailed directly into my face, Mike. For your entertainment purposes only. Mike, think about the animal. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Mike, there's one card nailed to my face. A feat amazing in and of itself, but is that in fact your animal?
It is. Yes, the fish.
Oh my God, Mike! Come on! That is amazing. That is incredible. Yes. Now, Mike, I have to ask: have you ever had this animal? Have you ever had a fish?
Yeah, I've had a fish.
If you had a fish right now, if I gave you a fish right now, or you happen to have a fish in your house, what would you have named the fish? Would you have gone with something like very magician-y, like Ed Marlowe or Guy Vernon, or would you have gone something strange like Spot?
Something more normal, I guess. More normal.
Something more normal. Mike, I need to know what you would name the fish.
All right.
Because that is exactly what we have, man. This is our first pet. And I need to know what we're going to name it. Thank you guys so much.
Wow.
Thank you, Adam. Alrighty. Let's jump into our deliberation room. Amazing job, Adam. We will see you real soon. All right. I thought that was super entertaining.
Adam. Wow. That's really cool. Yeah. The fact that he brought out an actual fish.
Yeah.
Did not expect that to happen.
I did not expect there to be an actual fish.
Oh man. Wow, what a great performance. It's like,
yeah.
Let's see here. Oh man. It's one of those things where you could tell he has experience in what he does. He's been doing this for a while. Maybe,
Yep.
I don't know. I could tell that he probably has. But everything was well rounded. It was polished. It was like he knew exactly his script and where to hit it. And he was super engaging with the audience. And I mean, creativity wise, like, man, yeah, like he's kind of like hitting all the categories that we're looking for.
Yeah. I think that he really hit creativity, originality. I mean, like, especially because we're talking about creativity in the presentation. It's interesting because we had Philip the other day, and he did something that is in effect that that you usually see done with a nail, but then he did it with a Q-tip, and you never saw it go in to his nose. And then in this instance, he was using that as a way to hold a card in place and nail it to his face. And I thought that was like really creative. I've not seen someone do
I've never seen
effective
that
math.
either, actually, now that I think about it. I've never seen like blockhead as like a nail through a card or something.
Yeah, I thought that was really dope. What did you think, Chloe?
You know, I loved it. He was, whether I don't know how many times he's done it, but yeah, it was clean. He knew what he was doing. He was quick on his feet, and he was funny. My
also-
only things.
I'm sorry, go
will
ahead. Go ahead.
be- I've always got something. Just with the timing of him going in the bag before some stuff happened, that was my only thing. I was like, okay. Not to reveal method and stuff. That was my only thing. I feel like the jammy stuff should have happened at a different moment. That was my only thing with that. And then with the blockhead, like I would have, like, I loved the story with the kids. I loved all that. But if it was time, I would have tried to condense that a little bit. And like, you're nailing something into your face, like make something of that. It's not like, oh, just popping it in. Like, a normal person's not just popping it in their face every day. like make more of that. Like, I know it's hard, obviously, because the bag is so big, but even with the pull out of it, I'm like, turn to the side and like hold the bag and the nail, and so we can see it actually come out of your face. Otherwise, people are like, because when he first I was like, is he just like stuck it to his face and then he's just like
because of the fact that it's a single
angles of
camera
it.
angle, we only see it in 2D. We see it as just like, we just see the bag on your face, and it's like, if he didn't do the ending moment of then pulling the bag down and then being able to pull that out, you wouldn't be able to know that the nail was actually going in, that it wasn't just some tape, but at the same time, yeah, it would have been better if he had turned to the side and then you could see that coming out.
Get that reaction. But that was like literally it, and that's like also problems that you don't have live. It's problems you have online because it's you are but use that. Come right in, like get up in our faces for that moment because you play this whole dad and the kids thing, and now it's like so the other way. Like make more of that.
I'm
But
curious
that was
your
pretty
thoughts
much my only thing.
about something, Mike, as well. So when he did now there is the thing of that there is time waiting for you to say stop. So I would say that there's a good like maybe 20 seconds of waiting for you to say stop or something like that. But there is also when he did the reveal in his nose, that was when we hit the 5-minute mark, and then he had the whole segment of them the fish in the bag. So it's if we're going to say that the reason he went overtime was because of us and him waiting for us to say stop, or if we're saying that he did go overtime and should deduct a point is the only thing there.
How far over was it?
I mean there was the whole segment of him pulling all the cards out of the bag and stuff and
we still had all that. Okay.
Before producing the fish was after the timer had ended. So it was probably say a minute over, and I'd say there was probably like a 20 seconds of waiting for you to do that. It's if we want to give the penalty or not.
Sure.
I mean, it's hard when I wouldn't have cut it. I wouldn't have cut it down.
Yeah.
Like maybe try and get through the chat a bit quicker, but that's about it. So I would have definitely gone screw it. I'm going to run over, but it's worth it for the reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I wouldn't change that at all.
Yeah.
It was worth it for sure. Like if you're going to do a trick like that, he did the kicker. That's what we've been kind of talking about all day. It's like, oh, we want more, but we got it in there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was really it was like he looked at the criteria and was like, this is how to make a routine that's perfect for the criteria. It was
he like did his homework too. Like he's like we started off saying like English isn't my native language and stuff like that too.
Extra humor. I mean, I think there's a 10 out of 10 for personality. I think that entertainment level, I mean, how do you really get much higher than that? I mean, I guess the thing of like showing the nose on the side, but I would give that like a 9.5. And then creativity, originality. I mean, I've not seen. I mean, I guess there's the element of it would have been nice if the things weren't on cards, but even then he justified why they were on cards. He gave a reasoning for that. So it's like it didn't feel like a card trick. It was like it could have been index cards. It could have been flash cards with little pictures of animals on them. It could have been whatever. It was just things with names on them, and it was a good story. So I would give that like a 9.5 or a 10 for creativity, originality. I think that was a super super solid routine in every way.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna. What did you think, Mike?
I agree with all that. I feel like maybe just like one or two things in the entertainment category. Like getting up close, pulling the nail out of the nose, and just little things that could have just gave them a little bit of extra points in the entertainment category. So I think I'm gonna do a 9 for creativity, originality. I'm gonna do a 9 as well for entertainment, and then for personality I will do a 10.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same kind of place as you, I think. Yeah, personality, like he came across likable. He talked about his kids. It was not like that's my biggest thing. Is like sometimes it doesn't matter what trick people do. Sometimes you don't get on board with them because there's just something you can't connect with them. But he was nice, and I like that we learned something about him with his kids. I like that there was that connection. So for personality, I put a 10. I liked the extra kicker. Like the same thing. Like there was just those two things. I wanted like the hand in the bag. There was a moment for me that I would have just done it a little differently, and then the thing with the nail playing more into that. But obviously, yeah, he was running over already. So I put 9s for the creativity and 9 for the entertainment as well. But like
9, 10.
little fixes that he could do if it was a 7-minute routine and he was playing with the angles. Like that's it.
100%.
Yeah,
Little thing here and there.
And now we just have to decide, are we giving the -1 point penalty, or are we keeping it at he got the highest score anybody's gotten. He got a 28.1. So like super high. I think that's the highest anybody's gotten in the entire competition.
Wow.
We've never hit a 28 before.
I mean, yeah, it was super clean. Like it felt like that's an act he's done for a while. Yeah, like, and it's hard, like with something like that, that's kind of more, I would say like stage, it's not so much close up, is that you burn everything. It's not like on stage where like there's a lot of misdirection and you don't really have to do really as much. But when you are just looking at a screen, I don't need to look at your eyes. I can look all around the screen. I can look at the bag. I can look at the nail. Like, it's really hard to control people's focus with stuff like that. But still, I think it was great. Like,
yeah,
it was clean, polished,
yeah,
good stuff.
Just really, really super entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, should we do an audience vote or like, it's kind of.
Yeah, we can do.
What is the thing for it? What is the what was the thing you just said? If it's over,
if it's over
us,
5 minutes,
we don't get it.
Yeah, if it's over because of us, then we don't take the penalty. But if it's over just because of the act itself, then we take a 1 point penalty from the final score.
I mean, so with us, so like, this is a weird thing because I'm not either way at the moment, but like when there is audience participation, that is like something you have to take into account. But then he did have that extra reveal at the end, which we like. It's like,
yeah,
ow.
Yeah, it's tough, and it's like where we slow saying stop. Somebody in the chat is saying, "Let him off the hook on time like a fish." Let him off
Fish
the hook
vibes.
like a fish. Fish vibes. Jeez. I mean, we did set he got the highest score ever. So maybe we give him the 27 instead of a 28.1 and see what happens with Caramel's performance. Yeah, it's like I think that because he's a guy that has experience in Magic competitions before, and we have enforced this before. We have taken a point off before. So I'm going to say that we give him a 27.1 because, but I think that he took that risk on purpose. That he was going to get a crazy high score if he did it. So I think that he knew the risk.
That was always the way to go.
It almost cancels it. It almost cancels each other out.
Yeah. If he didn't go overtime, it wouldn't have gotten his highest score. So. Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah,
he took the risk, and it was definitely worth it.
Now we can justify it.
Adam.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Adam.
What's going on?
Hey, man.
Why did it take that long to give me 3s?
Sorry it took so long. There's just so much to talk about. We all loved your performance so much. It was so entertaining from the beginning to the end. And I mean, one of the things that all the judges talked about the most was just your personality and the entertainment that came through in your storytelling and stuff like that. And, incorporating your daughters into your routine and
very ugly children. Very ugly.
Oh man. But anyways, yes, great job. I think we have our score to share with you. And Blaze, go ahead and
so Adam, your final score.
I haven't committed any photos of you, Blaze, if you don't give me a high score.
What? Adam, you got the highest score of the day, which is a 27.1. You actually got a 28.1, which is the highest score ever. But because of going overtime, which I think you consciously knew you were taking that risk to do, because
I wanted to play it close.
Yeah, and so it did go overtime by around a minute-ish, and so we needed to take the penalty off. But also, we thought that there was nothing that you should change about that act. It was really perfect, and it was like that, So it was worth it for you to take that penalty because you knew that you were gonna get, ridiculously great kicker at the end. So.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer, but I love Blockhead. I know Chloe does Razor Blade Swallow, so do I. I love Geek Magic, but I've never seen anybody actually do Blockhead in a magic trick. They either just do Blockhead and explain it, or but I've never seen somebody actually do it in the course of a card trick. So that's kind of where this came out.
Yeah, and that's
I
actually.
have a really
something
quick
we spoke
question.
about.
Oh, sorry, go on, Mike.
No, I was just saying that's something that we spoke about in our judges channel. If you do have the time to go back and watch it on YouTube or on the stream, some like really important stuff on there. But go ahead, Chloe.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I don't know how long you've done this app for, but you were like super chill. You had lines, and I'm sure you have way more for when you're on your feet with people. Like you could tell you're just you're like, I've done this forever. I love Geek Magic. That was the only thing I said was I wanted to see that nail go in, and I wanted to be right up in your face and see it come out. That was literally it. But it's a different format. Live, it's a lot different. We know what it's like. But yeah, I would have just been like all up in our business to pull that sucker out. So because it's so different because you're like, oh my kids and and then you're shoving this thing in your face. It's so different, which is great. I love when that kind of thing happens. But yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
So overall, just really, really great, man. And so we're gonna bring or we'll all jump down to the channel and we'll see Caramel's act, and that'll be the last act of the evening. So you can watch it with us. All right.
Hello.
Eric, how you doing, man? Eric was in the competition, went on a magic hiatus, and is now back in the competition with a 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So we're really excited to see what you're gonna do, man. Yeah. And let me know when you're ready.
Let me start off by saying, Mr. Conejito de Nieve, Mrs. Cloud, and Mr. Giselle, thank you guys for taking me Mr. Giselle, thank you guys for taking me the last minute. Are we ready?
Yeah, give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
Okay,
For your timer.
5 minutes. Ready and time. I started my timer on my phone.
Yep.
So we're gonna actually talk about a principle I've been considering lately, right? Which is reality. Why is reality different for everybody? All around us, we can be experiencing the same thing throughout the day, but our perception of things is different, and that's the key, perception, right? So, Chloe, we'll use you. Chloe, what do you see right here?
I see 3 coins in your hand.
Exactly, and we have that shared reality, you see? But where perception differs is that you see the 3 heads of the coins versus I see the 3 tail sides of the coins, right? So if we focus on this principle, we can try to create an experiment with this. So imagine we can flick a coin in the air and catch it at the fingertips. For you guys, it probably hasn't arrived yet. But on my side, you can see that the coin is clear as day, leaving 1 coin, just 2 to go. Okay, we'll do it again. And for the second one, you guys know what to expect already. It's going to appear when we get here. Let's see if we can share the third one together. Ready? Oh, I think you guys beat me to it. That's an interesting thing. Perception is just as interesting as imagination, because what do you guys have seen me do a trick this entire time with 3 silver coins, right? You can see them and you can hear the coins. But what if I told you we were never using the silver coins to begin with? Thank you, judges. Thank you.
Oh, dude. Thank you. Short and sweet, but awesome. Great job.
You didn't give me any time to get ready. You gave me 2 minutes.
I gave you I literally had, no, it was great, dude. It was great.
You gave me 2 minutes, Blaze.
Dude. God. And we will take that into account in our judging session. See you real soon, man.
Okay. Love you.
It was literally like, 2 minutes before I dragged him in. I was like, hey, you want to do something right now? So,
dude, wow. Incredible coin handling.
Yeah. That was epic.
Oh, man.
Wow.
So I don't the thing with coin routines is we've seen coin routines already in this tournament before in the last couple of days, and it's like it's always just a challenge to make coin routines as entertaining as they can be. Because you see a lot of the same type of coin magic. It's a lot of the same type of stuff. But I think what threw the twist in for Caramel was his narrative and his story, and the fact that he was like, you guys can't see it right here, but because I'm looking at the tail side, but if I just show it like this, then you can see it. And I was like, holy cow, that's such a brilliant idea. Like
It's such a
that was
great way
really
to present it. And then it wasn't a thing of trying to make coins be a metaphor. I know that Hottie did that really, really well earlier, but most of the time when you see that, it's not done well. Of trying to make a prop like a coin be a metaphor for something else. Whereas he was like, no, these are coins, but we're talking about more like how our perception and how we see things. And that what you see is the front side, I see the back side, which is also a great way to really sell that kicker at the end, because then you feel like, you've seen the front and the back. And that seemed like such a casual moment at the beginning that was important to the story, but it ended up just being a killer reveal.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
that was
mean-
great. It was really great. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead, Chloe.
Oh, no, it was.
The pacing was great. Say hello to me a minute.
Hello?
Say hello.
I think
hold
that
on.
you're now in your
I'll speak.
speakers, but not a big deal.
Hold on.
All right.
We can still hear you fine.
Hold on.
The AirPod has died. RMP in chat.
RIP in chat for the AirPod.
Hold on. Here we go. Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Can hear you.
Hello.
Yep.
There we go.
Quality's
Okay.
good.
Yeah, the pacing was great. Like, I felt like he got through a lot. Like, even though I know it was short, like I would have loved to have seen more, but like it never lagged. It was easy to follow what he was saying. Like, I know you guys have seen a lot of coin stuff. I try to not watch too much because I like to be surprised when I do see other stuff like that. And I've never seen something like that that's been like the perception kind of route with it, which I really loved. Easy to follow. I wasn't distracted by the talk.
Probably one of my favorite
the
coin
speech
routines
with
I've
it.
ever seen. To be honest.
It was fun. It was clean. And when the very last line, like his timing was great. The very last, I can't remember what he said, but the very last line before he did the reveal of the 3 different coins, I literally was like, he better have 3 different coins because it's going to be so great.
Yeah.
And then he did it, and I was like, oh, it's like the perfect ending.
Yeah. It is the perfect
So yeah, I loved it, and he's the same thing, like really nice and likable, and like I liked how he interacted. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's great. I really liked it, and the fact that he just was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna do this." Like,
just
Yeah, last
casually
minute.
whip it out. Yeah, last second,
And,
and that was like one of the best acts we've seen tonight out of nowhere.
Honestly,
Not on
I
the
think I
schedule.
might have to agree with you, Blaze. I think that might have been one of the best coin routines I've seen.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about personality too, and like, I mean, obviously we've interacted with this person in the jams before, but as if pretend like we've never met this person, and we never seen this person before. Chloe probably hasn't, maybe she has, but like, I feel like he's the type of person you feel like you've kind of known him for a few years, just by spending a few moments with him.
Yeah.
And he already did the thing where it was just like he called me Mr. Giselle. He said Mrs. Colin or whatever. Stuff like that. Those little remarks was like pretty funny. So that shows a little bit of his personality in there as well.
Yeah.
So,
Mr.
all right.
Giselle
So
is
I
still
mean,
a really good line. Yeah.
Mr. Giselle. Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
the thing. Like, there's nothing I would. I don't think at all. I don't think there is one thing I would change, which I never say that. I'm always like, I needed.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. I think it's okay. I would have liked it a little longer, but do it like he would have. Then that would have been like 2 acts in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was
yeah,
a full,
I like
complete act. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I
I
needed.
mean,
really.
the thing is too, like, it's like I usually want coin routines to be as short of a time as possible, but I actually would have liked to see a little bit more. And I know that, like, because of the circumstances, like last minute thing, but still, like, I think he picked the perfect routine, the perfect creativity, originality, and put it in at the last moment. And I think, that goes to show a lot about this person. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's the thing. I think we've said kind of with a couple of other people, like, oh, I would have liked it a little bit longer to get an extra kicker. But for this, I was like, well, we got it all in that amount of time. So it's like,
yeah,
and it was like you were hanging out with your friend. Like I think I've only seen him on the Discord like once. I've not been on that much. So I've seen him in like 1 or 2, but I haven't really seen him do anything. Like
his performance
really,
was like 2.5 minutes long, and it was just packed with magic.
But it was enough.
Yeah.
Like I would rather, I'd rather that than like it drag, which I don't even think it would.
If I'm getting nitpicky, then there was one flashy moment, and then there was also at the beginning I felt like the handling was a little bit well, it was weird because it was a little bit sus at the beginning, the way he was handling for the first coin, but then he immediately goes into this position, and you're like, okay, well, that's like a super, super clean, not suspicious way to hold out your hand, so it doesn't feel suspicious anymore. This is a really, really tough matchup. I think that this was 2 of the best acts that we've seen today, paired right up against each other, and the fact that Eric came in with that, just like, oh yeah, you need me to do something right now? Okay. And then just came in right as I was bringing Adam in. Wow.
But that's the thing, even like you said, look, the odd little flash here and there, because of his personality and the story with the reality and perception and stuff, it made me kind of forget that there was any, like, it wasn't like, sometimes you see an act and something goes wrong and you're like, you can't get it out of your head. But I'm like, a tiny flash didn't bother me.
Show that he's a good performer.
Yeah, and it was super, like, everything else was so smooth, and it was like the pacing was good. He kept it moving. Yeah, I loved it. Like,
yeah, me too.
I think I'm gonna hit him with score-wise. I'm gonna hit him with. Let me see here. I'm gonna go with, for the entertainment level, I'm thinking is I went 9.5 for creativity, originality, 9 for entertainment level, 9 for personality.
Okay.
Just because of the slight flashy, but not a big deal at all. And just the I mean, it's so tough.
Do you want to go next, Chloe, or me?
You go first.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I had to think about my score a few times. Because of the concept and the originality, the whole reality and the way that he presented, I think creativity, originality is actually my highest category. So I'll put a 10 there. Just because I've never seen coin magic done in a way that he did it.
Yeah.
And so also, for entertainment, I think for entertainment, I'm gonna do. So this is like the toss up between if I should do a half or not, like a 0.5, because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a 9.5, 9.5 for entertainment. And then for personality, I'm gonna put a 9.
Okay. And Chloe, what are you thinking?
Okay, for originality, I put a 10. There's nothing I would really, like I said, nothing I would really change about it. I just wanted more, and that's a great thing to want from someone. Yeah. And I, with the story and everything, I hadn't really seen anything like that, which is great. Personality.
It's tough. I mean, personally,
I
felt
10 again because I really liked him. There wasn't anything that he said that I didn't like. Like, there wasn't like a thing where I went, that's a bit, or that doesn't fit, or that feels forced for your character or whatever. Like, it felt like we're just hanging out and he's just doing a trick, and it was. But I liked that about it. But it's still professional, but in that relaxed kind of, almost like street magic kind of vibe of like, you just instantly like this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, entertainment level. La, 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 la. I mean, yeah, the odd flash, but that was it. Like,
Yeah.
Like, so I guess because of that, I would do. I might want to do a 0.5 too.
Yeah, you can do a
Because
0.5
it didn't
if
really
you want
bother.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do a 9.5 because it was so like a little thing, and he just moved straight on, and I was like, oh, maybe. Like, if anything, I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't. That was literally like I remember the one time, and I was like, oh, I must have just seen something.
Well,
Like,
I was
that's how I felt about the one other thing.
gonna feel so bad if the reason that Adam got knocked out was because I had suggested that we do the penalty. But actually, Caramel got a 28.5, and Adam originally got a 28.1, so the penalty didn't even make a difference. Caramel got that.
Wow.
Regardless of the penalty.
Gee, dang.
They're
That,
like,
wow.
I feel like out of all of the people today, like they're such different acts and they're both great, and like I want to see both of them do more. Like,
But what I can say is that Adam just knocked Gian and Jeff out of the save spot. He now has the highest score of anybody that was eliminated, so he has a very high chance of moving on to the next round. Because he has the highest. I mean, who's gotten a 27.1 and lost?
Like there's people that
that's
got
insane.
through with like way less.
Yeah.
So what happens with the save spot? Because I actually don't know about that.
So
what
basically,
happens, like,
the person that lost their 1v1 but got the highest score of everyone that was eliminated gets to come back for the next round.
oh, perfect.
Yeah. So
when is the when is that? Like, when is like the round ones are out the way?
So round 1 ends tomorrow. We have Ryan Edwards is judging the last set of people, and then we have round 2 that begins right on Friday on the 5th, and Jackie, you will be kicking it off.
Great.
So
great.
That's gonna be wow. So we've got 28.5 and a 28.1 as both of their scores, and
yeah, you're gonna have
I
two
don't know
perfect
if
acts.
I don't know
So,
if
I mean-
anyone's gonna beat that for the save spot.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, because we have 1 day left of the competition. If nobody gets a score that high, then Adam is saved, right?
Yep. If nobody
Yeah,
gets
you
it, if
have to be
nobody
giving
that's
tens.
if nobody loses a round and
And
gets
not
a
get out,
score
yeah.
higher than 27.1, then Adam gets the save and gets to continue in the competition.
Great. Great.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's
Let's
tell
go
them.
and talk
Let's
to
do
them.
this.
Okay. Yeah.
Looks like what it is. Oh, hello.
Guys.
Hello, Your Highnesses.
What
Welcome back,
a
Your Highnesses.
matchup. That was insane.
Thank you.
I mean, we all
About.
agreed that we feel that those were the two best performances, both score-wise and just, for how much we loved it. So that was just incredibly intense trying to judge that.
Yeah.
Funny side note, I was gonna do a card trick because I know Chloe hates card tricks, and I was like, I don't have an idea for a card trick right now. I'm just gonna do something with Chloe.
Well, yeah, dude, because you had like 2 minutes to be able to pull something out. I know Adam was sitting in the.
Only
I know.
Pick a card. There it is. That's my only time. If it's used in a different way, I'm fine.
Yeah, like Adam did a card trick and we loved it.
But it wasn't a card trick. To me, that's not a card trick at all. That's it's so far away from being a card trick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you two both got the highest scores of the entire competition, and
yeah,
Adam, your original score was 28.1. We did talk about the penalty, but your original score was 28.1. Eric, your score was 28.5. So you got the highest score of you got the highest score of anybody in the competition. But Adam, you just knocked out the other two people that were candidates for the save spot. So you are in the lead for the save, and if nobody tomorrow gets a higher score than 27.1 and is eliminated, then you have the save spot, and that means then that you would have a chance of being brought back into the competition. Well, that means you would be brought back into the competition if that happens. But
Yeah.
we have to see
Yeah.
what
You
happens
can
tomorrow.
do it again.
And then you
I
can
hope
do
so,
it
because
again.
The second half of this act is swallowing the fish. So I gotta,
No animal cruelty in this bloody thing.
He did say he doesn't like pets.
no. The fish are fine. The fish are fine.
I'm
But
joking.
no, thank you guys so much. And Caramel, that was a fantastic routine, and I'm happy to have lost to you.
Thank you. I just want to point out too, because I know Chloe's first answer. The change at the end is non-gimmick, Chloe. That's just it's non-gimmick. So
I honestly, I didn't even. What was so nice about it is like I wasn't even questioning method on anything. You didn't even. The act flowed and it was good pacing, and it just you didn't care about how you were doing anything. It was nice, but like it's so close with you two. We literally just sat there and was like, how out of the whole day, like it's
insane.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's nothing we both like. I think most of us said like there's nothing we would change. Like there's nothing like
Yeah.
at all. Like really. So yeah. But it was great.
Yeah,
It was
both
a
of
lot
the
of
acts
fun.
were really perfect. Just really overall, just incredible. And I know, Adam, that must have been a bit stressful for you sitting in the waiting room and not knowing if your other guy was going to show up and thinking maybe you had just a straight win. But we wanted to make sure that everybody did a 1v1 to go to round 2. Yeah. So,
yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And so we're very excited to seeing more of from the both of you. Hopefully in the future. So anyways, congratulations guys. Amazing.
Just you guys are absolute beasts. Just was such a pleasure to be able to watch that. So thank you guys both again. All right. We'll move into the waiting room and all right. So now we can just do a quick analysis over our scores. So we have moving on to round 2. We have Len, known as just Len. We have John Aldana, we have Reza Delshad, we have Chelsea, we have Dominic, and we have Eric, known as Camel on the Discord, and we also now have a new candidate for the save, which is Adam Parisi, who did an absolutely incredible act. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody that's in the chat, everybody in the stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't been the channel to follow yet, we really appreciate it if you followed Twitch. And also, Giselle just linked it in the chat, all of the links to all of our social medias, including Chloe's. And I'd really like to thank you for this. And I'd also like to drag in. I'd also like to drag in Giselle and Leo and Travis, who are also part of the staff for the server. Just wanted to thank you guys for
Are we on the stream?
You're on the stream right now.
Shout out to the backstage crew for making all of this possible. Jesus,
absolutely
you guys, we
crushed
could not have done this without you guys. So yes,
so much for being
you guys are
part of
live
this
on stream right now. So
So thank you guys so much for doing this. You guys have been killing it, handling everything, moderating the chat, and also moderating the waiting room, making sure everybody is all set and set up with their cameras and their audio, and it really helps us a lot. So thank you guys again. And again, just a huge shout out to Chloe Crawford for being a part of this. Go check her out on Instagram and everything, and her virtual shows. So
Thanks for being here, Chloe.
Thank you. It was fun.
We'll see you all real soon. Thank you all, everybody, and see you tomorrow for the last day of round 1. Bye.